Make we run on for 2 hours before I go sleep. Maybe if we push on to 3, but 2 hours at least. I for do them earlier. I for run the show earlier, but I had a busy day. So, but anyway, we're here now. Thank you guys for joining. Faith Wolves, Choma, welcome. Josh Leezy, digital.com. Thank you guys for joining. While you're here, let's please like and share. Make we bring Umu Bingos here. Let us hear from Umu Bingos. Let us know what their problem is. Why this Biafran thing? And this their warmongering. Why they no go let them slide? Anyway, thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining. Trying to set up the other platforms. That's why you see me looking all over the place. Just bear with me in 1 second. I should be done setting everything up, and then we'll focus on the live. Trying to set YouTube up, set Facebook up. YouTube is set up now, and just Facebook remain. Make we set them up, and we'll be all set here. All right, Facebook should be up and running in no time. But in the meantime, if you'd like to have the conversation, feel free to request. Feel free to request. Make we bring you up. Make we not just yet. Actually, make we reach at least 3K likes. Not quite yet. Where are requesting? Multi guests. Yeah. All right. All right, Charles Agilo, Shada, John 2, Faith, Choma, thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you guys. All right, Facebook should be up now. Facebook should be up now. My Facebook people, I greet all of you now. Wella. Walla. All right, I think I had a small glitch there. My internet just played with me small. I don't know. I'm connected wired. Like I connect my distant wire. No, I'm not even connecting wirelessly. I connect that straight from the modem. So it's getting the best internet. Well, I don't know. Something happened on the cutoff, but I guess we're back now. Anyway, I think we're back. All right, there we go. All right. Charles, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. All right, we're all set here. Make we see what we do here now. All right. And welcome back to the Bia Palo podcast. Bia Palo show. This one, Bia Palo show. Bia Palo podcast, there for YouTube. It's still there for Facebook and TikTok. But the live ones, now the show. The podcast, now the one with the drop monologue. Check out the last video I made on this particular topic. Check it out. Paparazzi one, thank you for joining. Hopefully we'll go. Choma done they summon them since. So hopefully then go get the Ogogoro. The Ogogoro way Choma don't pop for grand. Maybe we'll go summon them very soon. Then go rise. Those people, now them be the real Ndigbo, very archaic thinking. Now them be the conk Ndigbo. Archaic thinking where those people get, but we'll bring them over to this side. We will be Fulani, we'll be Sabo, them be the real Ndigbo. Dara. Now them be the main Ndigbo. So we are summoning them. We'll get them here very soon. Now them be the ancient people. We'll get them here soon and get the show started. But I greet you guys, man. I thank you guys for joining as well. Let's keep liking and sharing. Caesar Pasiotti, thank you for joining, my brother. Make we continue the like. And if you're a Biafra man or woman that has insisted on talking about Biafra, and now they don't even fight themselves. My IPOB. They say that DOS. I don't even know what DOS be. Shena Ishikotebu, they tell me what DOS mean yesterday. I'll be 2 days ago. DOS. What the fuck is DOS? Yeah. Now these people are very pathetic. I no go lie for you. These people are, I don't know if I don't watch Department of State. Yeah, now you should thank you, Choma. Now you should been tell me yesterday. I'll be 2 days ago, but recently. I don't they hear DOS. I said, wait a minute, this DOS. These people are something. These people, I don't know if I don't watch the Despicable Me, that animation, Gru and Minions. These people, they see them like the Minions. Like they are desperately in need of a leader. They need a leader to lead them. If without a leader, they are in agony. They won't die. If their leader not there around, they won't mad. They are scattered. They are agony. Like yo, the IPOB, the IPOB. I don't know. And this, listen, man. This is a theory. This is my theory. In Ndigbo land, then they put so much attention on the female child. Because they know what making spoil. Apparently, they know what made the female child spoil. And they forget to put attention on the male. This is just my theory. I could be wrong, but this is just what I'm just thinking, right? The lack of attention on the male child, the fathers giving attention to the male child. Now, they cause this, in my opinion, again. Lack of attention on the male child. Because when you hear these people talk, you go things in that picking where you for like the conversations I've had with these people, you go things in that picking where you and this person they talk. Like, and this person Pete be person papa. You gonna say, yo, how are you functioning like this as a man? How are you functioning like this? Emotional damage. Emotional. These people, emotion won't finish these people. They put so much parents, Igbo parents especially, put a lot of attention on female child because they don't want to make female child spoil. Forget say man need attention. Anyway, Choma is here. I'm not going to continue the talk. Let's have Choma. Choma, welcome. My
brother, how are you?
I'm fine, my sister.
Yeah,
welcome.
Come up, say, make I trigger bingo lights, small, Shut also bingo. I don't show. So that, when they hear my voice, something they always rise inside their spirits.
You trigger them.
Make I call shake things up, so that when they hear me, that thing go compel them, make them come up, come tell us why they be mugu.
Yep.
Okay. I think something interesting is happening. We're at the very tail end of this colossal stupidity, right? We've gotten beyond, because anybody who's a bingo in 2026 is there by choice. Like you have to be like just same way you can know where you charge, because I just feel like when no there's nothing, you have no use to humanity if you can look at us. So look at Lilu, like anybody prior to 2026 can maybe say that they were living under a rock, that they didn't know what was going on. Okay. Before the conviction, many people were playing ostrich, and they were proud to play ostrich, and they were doing this whole thing. I'm a home, tishi, man. How do you know? Now, right, without any shadow of doubt, it is clear. It is abundantly clear. How do we know that it is abundantly clear? Because even within the bingo lights, okay, the thing done, they shake them. And now, Obagara in their midst, okay? I told you, motherfuckers, that 2026 is going to be the worst year for Nditi. And people thought I was joking. You thought it was some sort of like prophecy. It wasn't prophecy, it was writings on the wall. Because one thing with dumb people is that dumb people, when they can't be dumb anymore, they start doing dumb stuff to themselves. That's exactly what you see with the Directorate of State, the DOSRY. After you sat there and you knew what was going on, you knew that all of those calls and all those orders, all of those things was for the destruction of Ali. When you think somehow because they're not on and I say, we don't care what you knew. But if 2026 is when you found that out, you were complicit and Iga got in for it. I have checked. There's enough rooms in Sokoto prison. Okay, they are looking for bodies. Okay, so I'm looking for a few good bingo lights. Okay, rise, 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 rise. Come and show me what you're made of. All right.
Oh, my sure is the law.
Because yeah, just the law. How am I to go the law now? I want to go very clear on how am I to go the law because the last judgment said this of Saint Tomotosho. Saint Tomotosho sentenced somebody to 75 years just because they embezzle something. So that man.
That man don't get joy.
That man has no singular joy left. Okay. So if you try anyhow, you will see anyhow. In fact, because he used his church mind, you people now come and be looking at him sideways and not the soft. No. You go, if you get a maximum for everybody. You get a maximum, you get a maximum, you get a maximum. There's no time now to be saying. And for any bingo light who is here and you're delusional enough to think that Onyendu is coming out, he will soon be released. I know that Kachi is asking you, what did we learn? I talk learn because you never learn, you go to get learning in a prison. Okay? There will be consequences for your actions. You have fucked around and you're about to find out. Okay? So I don't care what you learned. I was talking about bingo is my drum first. You should cool, go to get down. You go to tour, you reach out tour, then maybe 35 years later, you want to be Mandela, you finna be Mandela. Okay? You're about to get the Mandela treatment. But the only difference now is if you spend 25 years there, when you come out, you're going to be at least 75. And all these Gen Z children would have forgotten you. The Alpha children would have forgotten you, okay? And even if you come back, I can ask, who is this Sabo? Who is this Sabo? Iga not there. By the time you come out to be singing Arise or Competro, you will see when.
Tinubu don't change your no be Arise. I don't even know the new national anthem.
Even if it's to awaken, anything where they want singing, go sing out. Because for you to come out, you go denounce something. And as you denounce them now, they go use green, white, green swag, but that cloth for you. And you must wear it. It's in a year in Okwadia for another 30. Do you know what life imprisonment is? Okay. So it's and I love that. You know why I love it? It is because people do not know that appeals take very long. Okay, appeals can take a very long time. You can appeal something to the point where appeal. Do you understand what I'm saying? Conviction was the worst thing for this idiot, and I'm glad that he was dumb enough to be like, "I'm not gonna open my defense. You don't know law." Now you are convicted as a T. So what that means is that all of the preferential treatment and the protective orders that you had when you were in DSS, because Nigeria had the burden to make sure that you survived, to stand trial, you are already convicted. Okay? If there's no water, you would drink that well water. Right now, I am happy that he's using candle to see because there's no generator and I have checked. Okay? The EGG that is in Sokoto prison, that is coming from pit latrines, I found out. So, okay, 2026 is going to be a very difficult year. So, bingos, if you're hearing me, come up on stage. I dare you to prove me wrong. Okay? I'm here. I'm ready for you. Otobane anya peria, it's on English, nyega, it's on American English, nyega, it's on British Queen's English, nyega, it's on Igbo na peria, okay? So don't come now and say, oh, I'm poor here now. When I've been out on and I say, I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on. I'm here now. I want to gonna do whatever it is that you want to gonna do to me, okay? So come up on stage. Don't be a scared pum-pum. Don't nobody's gonna bite your head off. Come and tell us how your Lord and personal Savior is going to like break out of prison. We want to hear it. Prison break things. Okay. If you have something you want to tell Kachi and tell him how he's not doing it right or whatever, come and tell us. It's gonna know Wazirike is your Lord and Savior. Fine. But come up on stage. Don't be scared. This is a safe space because it's Kachi's stage. But you want to on my own stage. I'm done, I'm done, Kachi. Bye.
Thank you, Choma. This is not trap. This is not trap safe space. So no be better. Not safe space, but not trap. Anyway, thank you, Choma, and feel free to be here if you have the time. Anyway, we have someone who's requesting, and again, the topic today. What did we learn? We can talk about this, start from there, and then go outside the box in terms of IPOB, Biafra, all that good stuff. That's the context for today, anyway. Anyway, all right. Be happy. Let's bring Be Happy up. And let's keep liking and sharing. And let's keep. If I see some people followed me, let me shout out the people who follow me. Be Happy, please mute yourself for 1 second. Be Happy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. William Cool, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And I know one other person followed me earlier. So thank you for the follow. Charles, Mr. Charles. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, make we continue to like and share and see if we can get more people, more Biafran people, more Ndigbo. Let's get more Ndigbo here. Anyway, Be Happy, Mr. Be Happy. Let us welcome to the Bia Palo show.
Hi everyone, thanks for bringing me up.
Thank you.
I didn't have much to say. I just want to say hi to Choma, and to be sincere, I really cherish her. Why? Because she's not talking from her anus. She's using her brain, and she's stating the fact. And most of us, we are coward. Why do I say most of us are coward? Because we are not trying. We are not trying to fight her with fact. We are just trying to be emotional and be what do they call it? Conspiracy. Yeah, because of this. But she's saying the fact.
Yeah.
1 + 1, we know that is 2. So
fair
I
enough.
just want
Mr. Be Happy. I know you came to say hi to Choma. I appreciate it. But yeah, thank you, Mr. Be Happy. Thank you so much. I know say you come say hi to Choma. I appreciate that. If you send her some roses too, she they like rose. So you can send her some roses.
Sure.
You can send her some roses. She they like rose. So send her some
Yeah.
roses as well. But let's get back to the show. I appreciate you.
Sure, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Be Happy. All right, let's go to Ancestor, Mr. Ancestor Echo. All right, Mr. Ancestor Echo, if you want to unmute yourself, please. Mr. Ancestor, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you please unmute yourself so we can go from here? All right, I don't know, Mr. Ancestor, do you hear me? Can you unmute yourself, please? All right, let me try to unmute him from here. All right.
Yes.
All right.
I'm just joining up, my brother. I'm just joining up.
So, all right, no problem. Thank you for joining.
I see it's my. Okay, thank you. I will get in touch if I know what is going on because I'm just coming up.
All right, what is going on is on the screen. What have we learned? Ndigbo. Anyway, I'm trying to make a joke. I'm sorry. Anyway, what have we learned as Ndigbo? What have we learned from Ojuku to Wazirike to Kano? What have we learned?
Yes. Thank you. I want briefly give my emotional thoughts about Ndigbo. Yes. Ndigbo are the people the ruling empire doesn't want to know, doesn't want to heard about because they knows that the civilizations started from us. So the hatred has been external. It's not even from the people we are living with. Just because of the ruling empire feel that because of they owns the media, they owns the central banks, so they must condition us. You understand?
Let me ask you. You said civilization start from us. How is that?
Yes, because our system, our lifestyle, have been envied from the from the ruling empire. They all copied because the way of our life, even the whites knows that democracy, republican by nature, started from us. But the only thing is that what makes us backward is that the efflave, the so-called religious bigotries that you feel that there's one idiot somewhere that that we are praying for that will one day help us. But meanwhile, the Ndigbo, because the ruling empire, they are the people who are our enemy, because these are our neighbors, called Nigeria, so-called Nigerians, Africans, because the envious of them is because Ndigbo are the people who brought the what they call it, the democracy.
All right. All right. Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you in that regard. Say, I don't know whether now we first start time, but I know it's something that we've been practicing way back. But anyway, make we go back to the topic, right? From Ojuku, doing Biafra, starting Biafra, and then Wazurike doing Masob, and then now Kano doing IPOB. And then now some people, they do DOS. Again, I don't know where that DOS from, but that's the new one now at the here. What have we learned as Ndigbo, anyone you want? What have we learned all through these, things that have happened?
We learned that the enemy at the door. The enemy who, because, starting from the Nigerian, starting from the Ndigbo, because the real empire knows our force, knows who we are. That's why they create chaos among us so that we will battle ourselves, not knowing, because if we really unite, they will end up losing their interest in Africa, talk less of Nigeria, because Ndigbo of Ndigbo, we are the people that so relate to everybody, just because of the envious of them.
So what is stopping us from uniting? You say what is stopping us from uniting?
Thank you. This question is very important. What is stopping us from uniting is because the way they brought foreign religions to us, just to create chaos, divide and rule. Because this ruling empire, they want to rule forever. They know that the Igbos are the hindrance of them losing Africa, talk less of Nigeria. You understand? So, do what you see going on in Africa, in Igbo particulars. They try to create chaos, create a system where one agahadinotu, just bringing religion to divide.
I don't see how they are doing that though. I don't see how they are bringing that division of one day, make we know day as one. I don't see how it's happening.
It's happening because through religion you must know that in our families we are not one, because one is Anglican, one is Christian, Catholic, and
but that doesn't make us divided though. It's just a choice, not choice. It doesn't mean that Catholic and Anglican people know they go the same market, go buy food, chop or sell market, right?
Even though my village, the Catholic and the Anglican fought to be, the propaganda shows that you as your brother, as my brother, you go different church, I go different church. That demarcates us. Because talking about Ndigbo, we are being divided to the extent that in our families there wasn't any peace because of religion aspect.
So you're saying religion. So what I'm hearing from you is that religion has caused a lot of problems in Igbo land.
Seriously poison our relationship with
ourselves.
With our ancestors.
With our ancestors.
With ourselves.
I see.
Yes.
I see. But how is that? How is this religion now where they divide us? How is it affecting? I also know you touched a little bit on say the people, the emperor. I forget the word you use now, but they don't want us to unite.
The imperialists.
Yeah, the imperialists. They don't want us to unite and lead. That they are holding us from leading Nigeria, because if we lead, Africa is going to be impacted and all that. How is this? How is this religion now stopping Ndigbo from? And when you say lead, I believe you something like presidency, right? Is that what you mean? Sure. Like lead? Is that what you mean? So that I'm not going to put words for your mouth.
No. The system is that when, as you see, you read my name, ancestor. I don't die, come back.
I see it. Yes.
And I understand how they create the chaos among ourselves. Because if these people can never, their interest is involved. The empire that rules this world, their interest is involved. They knows that Ndigbo are the hindrance against their interest in Africa, talk less of Nigeria.
So their goal is to continue to disunite or disunite us. Yes. Make we know they're united. so that
Sure.
because the more we are apart, the more we're fighting ourselves, then
The more
they
their
can
interests
are achieved.
are clamping.
I see.
The more their crypto is clamping.
I see. So let's say there is no religion. Let's say there is no Catholic, there is no Anglican. Na traditional worshippers, all of us be for Igbo land. What do you think? What will be different? What is going to be different?
They will come and arrange with us. They will come negotiate with us like Japan did.
Who will come
Like
and negotiate with us?
The ruling empire, the Zionists. I don't hide the words.
No problem. But you don't need to hide words. But the point what I'm trying to understand is, let's assume. Let's assume I snap my finger like this. All of us, me, you, Choma, even Choma, Choma, everybody become Igbo. Any Igbo person, every Igbo person become traditionalist. How is that going to? How does that help us? How does that help us?
That makes us to be accordant with the nature.
Yes, that one is one. But how does it help us in the grand scheme of things, like in the bigger picture? How does it help us?
That will help us to show who we are, because we are peace-loving people. Without being good with our neighbor, our business will not grow. So we must advertise ourselves to show that do to others as you have them do unto you. This is our key as Ndigbo.
So you're saying our business will not grow if we are not? How? I don't see how our Igbo businesses are thriving. Ndigbo name importation, and they are thriving.
This is our last card we are playing. This is our last card we are playing, because there are some people holding this our unity, because of if we truly unite, they are afraid to lose Africa.
All right.
Because of Nigeria.
All right.
Yes,
Fair enough.
Is why our unity, they are afraid of it, because most of the life they are living, even to the extent, the ecstasy of their life, who is controlling this world.
Yeah.
They envy the Igbos, because we are so what they call it, just plain of living.
Fair enough.
Because
Fair enough, Mr. Ancestors. Fair enough, Mr. Ancestors. I've been trying to bring the conversation back to the topic. I've been struggling to do that, but you're making, your opinions are definitely valid, but I'm not seeing it as very coherent when it comes to the, in general, and also bringing it to the topic. So unfortunately, we're going to need to move forward, but I do appreciate you for joining the show, and thank you so much. But make we move on to the next caller here. I appreciate you, Mr. Ancestor.
As an Igbo man, English guy.
I know Sabi speak Igbo like that, my brother. I know Sabi speak Igbo like that, my brother. Yeah, out and one. I agree with you. Okay, but my Igbo not too solid. The person.
Anyhow, I go manage them, but come back. What we are, so that after one we can't two.
No wahala.
Because this book creates curriculum.
No wahala.
To deceive us.
No wahala. Thank you, Mr. Ancestors. Make we move forward. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
All right. I couldn't bring him back to the conversation. He was making some points there, which again, not the best. Anyway, I appreciate his opinion. I appreciate it. We keep him respectful, and but we couldn't bring it back and tie it back to the topic. So we had to let him go. But we have Mr. Jamie in the house. Thank you, Mr. Jamie, for joining. We'll go get to you in a moment. Mr. YYGD Raciel, I don't know. You've been dropping and coming back up. I know you're next, so if you want to unmute yourself, yeah. If you want to unmute yourself,
yes, thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much, my brother.
All right, thank you.
I don't know what the time is over there, but I just want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You see, I like this type of conversations. I'm from Edo State. I'm from Igbanke.
Okay.
And you see, for some time, a lot of propaganda has been run about
Igbanke and Igbo.
My people will not be Igbo.
This topic has to be specifically okay. Fair enough, and that I'm not forcing you to be Igbo, my brother. I'm Igbo. Igbo no be taboo.
No, I
The
have
way you say I will
nothing
never be
against
Igbo, you
Igbos.
come be as if say Igbo now.
No, my brother.
But
I love your people.
I
Your
appreciate
people
it.
are some of the nicest people I've met.
I appreciate it,
I've
Mr.
met my
YY.
best friend in primary school was Igbo too.
All right, fair enough. But the point I'm trying to make is, the characters where they here now Igbo people, and this topic is specific to Igbo people. So we go like keep them to
Yes.
Igbo people. So, but I appreciate you joining though. I
Okay,
appreciate
sir.
you joining. Thank you so much.
Kachi, can I
Yes.
just ask that you just allow him for a minute? The reason why is Ibanke is one of the one that they carved out and forced into Biafra. Okay. So
Ah,
in
I
the
see.
map of USB, Ibanke is the one that Kano was always shouting about how they were Biafra. So
Yes.
maybe Mr.
Yes.
Is that what you wanted to talk about? Maybe.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
So allow them just
Yes.
because
Okay.
they forced them,
Yes.
they put them for the map. Now why?
Yes.
It won't
Okay.
come up.
Okay, fair enough. You know me, I know to understand this Biafra lingua.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Now
Anyway.
the reason why I
rename
took
them
up
to Igbo Dion Abi Igbo. Now that
they named us to Igbo Akiri, which is very funny.
Now
Which is very
So,
funny.
no
Okay.
vex,
See,
no-
thank you, my sister.
All right. Make we fair enough. And sorry for the omission. They are not they ingrained in this Biafra thing. So I apologize for that. But let's hear your thoughts on the topic and in general. Did it drop? Oh shoot.
Yeah, he said his network wasn't good. So
I
yeah.
see. Okay. If he comes up again, we'll go bring him up and hear what his thoughts are. But in the meantime, let me see. I think he's requesting again. No, not him. All right. Anyway, we also have Amarachi in the house. Amarachi, thank you so much for joining. We'll go get to you in a moment. Appreciate you. All right. Mr. Ancestor joined back. I guess he wants to say something, but just hold your peace for 1 second. Make we address the people where they here earlier. All right. Mr. Babylon, thank you for joining. Mr. Babylon, if you want to unmute yourself, please. Babylon. Make I unmute on myself. Maybe send him a request. Mr. Baby Lion, I've been a Babylon. Baby Leon. Mr. Babylon. All right. Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. All right. Thank you for joining. Let's hear your thoughts on the topic. And by the way, are you Igbo?
Yeah, I'm Igbo.
All right. Oibanke. Are you Igbo or Oibanke?
Everyone.
All right, I greet you.
Okay. Let me say this. Okay, this our Igbo people. You asked your question or something like that. It was Ricky and the rest.
Mm.
Okay, let me just come to this. There is one man here says something about Igbo people being this, being that. First of all, is being Igbo person. Can we tell ourselves the truth? Always claiming that we are the best people, everybody makes Nigeria. It's not one particular culture make a Nigerians. If Igbo people can be peaceful enough to tell ourselves the truth in this country, being Nigeria, everything will work well. Forgetting about Biafra and everything.
Fair enough, but make we know address, because if you address Mr. Ancestor, then he would have the right to respond, right? So let's keep it.
See, I'm just making my own submission.
No, I hear you, Mr. Babylon. How do you say your name, by the way?
Baby Lion. I just want to.
All right, Mr. Baby Lion, 1 second. We know they do submission here. I want to have a conversation with you. And the topic here is, what did we learn from Ojuku to Wazirike to Kano? We know they do submission. I'm not going to let you just talk for 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Okay. From Wazirike to Ojuku to Nnamdi Kanu, I believe that for me, I did not learn anything from Ojuku to Wazirike, because both of us failed us. Wazirike collected bribe and everybody is looking way to survive. Nnamdi Kanu picked his own. If Ojuku claimed that because them just giving him accolade about everything, but he couldn't written in one book down for what transpired. We are just hearing story. He did this, he did that, but by himself, written what happened, he did not. Okay, now we are facing Nnamdi Kanu now. Again. Now, see what is going on. Nobody knows where this thing is going to. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because now, right as it stands now, because if you check what is going on in Nigeria now, is like, because Biafrans, let me just say, we are working with emotions. We are not telling ourselves the truth. That's why I'm telling you that. See, if we are that thing we are thinking of, if we tell ourselves the truth, we'll get it.
Fair enough. Let me ask you a question. You said you didn't learn anything from Ojukwu to Wazirike to Kanu. And I kind of see where you're going with that. However, maybe you've not given it a thorough, thought, right? These are the lessons that me have learned. And I think any well-thinking, well-meaning Igbo person should learn these things. And, we the talk Ozoemena, and this Ozoemena phrase, it became more popular after Biafran War, because of the suffering, because of the starvation, because of the death what happened during that period. So that there are lessons to learn there. There are lessons to learn there in terms of, if it go find, if it just wake up one morning and say you declare a country inside a country and expect to win. That's a lesson to be learned. There's a lesson to be learned in that same war to know that if you attempt it, the country will use any amount of force that they can find. They will use it against you to keep that country as one. That's a lesson to be learned, right? Going forward to Wazirike, one lesson, if nothing, one lesson again is he disenfranchised us from, there was a census in that period. He said make people boycott him. And Igbo people again boycotted it because of emotions. So another lesson to be learned there is, don't listen to everybody that come out and start telling you about Biafra, because it could cost you a lot. Every government plans with numbers. Every government, they do budget planning with numbers. If 2 people there for Imo State and 100 people there for Kaduna State, naturally they're going to send more resources to Kaduna and less resources to the place where 2 people there. So that's a lesson. If another person, and I believe we need to speak about this a lot, right? That's a lesson to be learned. A lot of people don't understand this, right? This man tell people boycott, don't do this, don't do that. Then moving forward to Nnamdi Kanu, insecurity, the same Biafra and emotion, Biafra. He brought insecurity to the southeast. There are a lot of lessons to be learned, and I'm not downplaying your thoughts or your opinion, but there are a lot of lessons to be learned. I don't know if you agree with me or not.
I agree with what you said, but at the same time, see, when you know that everything anybody is doing, you understand, you will get supporters, and that's why you are paying attention to even to be learning anything from them. You understand? For me, the way I'm seeing these people is like they are finding way to get something. You understand? And when some of them get what they wanted, they will just relax. But definitely, Nnamdi Kanu did not work well.
It did work, though. It did work in terms of, like you said, they are trying to get something for themselves. Nnamdi Kanu got a lot. He got millions of dollars. His family, not just his wife and kids. Yeah, he's in prison, but his family is really enjoying. His brother is enjoying, and some people around the business are enjoying.
But he did not get, actually, he put many people in dangers. Do you understand? So now, if you are paying attention for what these niggas are doing, they're just just way to survive, and which is every average Igbo man have that sense with like mindset to survive. You understand? They don't mind destroying everything to them to survive or to make money from anything they are doing. You understand? We don't send anything. You understand? But when Igbo man don't care about what is going to happen to get anything he wants.
Fair enough. My brother, Mr. Baby Lion, I believe it's fair to say that you are against anything Biafra or IPOB. It's fair to say that, right?
Yeah, because I don't see they are not bringing any good thing for East. And mostly, like, you find it very difficult to communicate with other tribes.
Fair enough.
They already condemn outside people that are very terrible. But if you stay with them, you see that they are good people. Come to Yoruba land, the same thing. Okay, now the same East we are talking about. we make see. Okay, let me just put this in
All right,
straight
I'm
now.
going to allow you to put it straight, and we end with that, so that we'll go move forward, Mr. Baby Lion. Yeah.
Okay, now for East now.
Yeah.
Okay, now we claim that Yoruba people are bad, Hausa people are bad, but the same East, Bini and the rest, some Igbo people will tell them they're not original Igbos. But when we are looking for to get something, we know that we need a population, then we'll count them, join to get our aim. Then when we get that thing, we'll start telling them they're not original Igbos. Who is fool? Nobody is fool, my brother. Let's
Fair
stop
enough.
deceiving ourselves.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Baby Lion. Thank you so much for your thoughts on this topic. I appreciate you, but we're going to need to move forward at this point, and I appreciate you joining. Thank you.
Please, I need question. Ask me any question. I'm Igbo AI.
All right, Mr. Ancestor. We'll ask you. We'll get to you in a moment. I don't think anybody has a question for you at this time, but please mute yourself in the meantime, in a moment, so that we will keep the show going. All right, Mr. Jamie, thank you for coming back, my brother. Mr. Jamie, make we hear your thoughts. And I know say Mr. Jamie no be Igbo is an exception, a co-host. Now me they set the rules for co-host. So now he's a co-host. I know he's not Igbo, so let's hear his thoughts on the topic. What have we learned in Ndigbo? What thing we don't learn as Ndigbo from Ojuku to Wazurike to Kano? You just keep it objective. Let's hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I think I just want to use you as a case study. Yeah, because I asked you the other time, how are you surviving, with the cause of crusade you are carrying on, trying to stay balanced, bring people to the table, and that everybody's you're not joining the group of, hey, let's break the table if we don't have it. So so far, I think we've been able to, get some very meaningful conversation. It has to start from somewhere. I have recommended this platform to a lot of people.
Appreciate
You understand?
Appreciate it.
Because what I see is that, let me say this, I might be wrong. 2023 elections, I just believe, this is my feeling, there were more Yoruba people that voted for Peter Obi than Igbo people that voted for Tinubu.
Absolutely. That one no be believed. That's a fact.
That's
a fact.
You understand?
That's a fact. Come on now. That one no be believed, not fact.
No, I just want to stay on a safe lane so that I will not be fine, because before you know it, you'll be branded as representing whatever thing. So caveat, I don't belong to. Remember the other day we wanted to do debate. I say, look, I just want to be non-aligned. I want to be undecided voters, and then I want anybody to bring their position. First of all, to persuade me to see the reason, because I see people in the political class as belonging to the same club. There is no ideological differences. Erufai lost a mom. He was seen on picture accompanied by the NSA. Yep. And we know their history.
Yep. But Mr. Jamie, make we not digress. That's a whole different conversation.
I'm coming back to Ojugu, Wazirike, and Kano. You know the way we will go about this matter. So, having said that, Ojugu was my hero when I was a child. I mean, childhood, boyhood, and the bearded, the rebellion and all that. Because I was unable to, really, it was the real hero. It's like one of those. So even up till now, because if I was put in his place, possibly I might react the way he reacted, because there was so much pressure on him. Of the three of them, when they started a crusade, I believe he was the youngest. I think he was younger than these other two. He had apart from going to Western, having college education in the UK, he was less experienced. Just got into the army. We mentioned all those circumstances. So much weight was put on his shoulder.
To do what? Pressure on him for what? Pressure on him for what?
The pressure was that after the first coup, there was a pogrom. It's well documented by Alexander Madiebo.
Okay.
Alexander Madiebo was the chief of army staff for Biafra.
Okay.
I think it's from Delta State. I always like to quote sources.
Let me ask you, Mr. Jamie, right? Let me ask you. Yeah. I know that there was a coup. Everybody knows, or most people who have read history know. And then there was a pogrom. Call it whatever you want to call it. There was killings in the north. of
Yeah.
people of southern descent. They don't even check whether you be Igbo man. As long as they be Fulani or outside, they buy you. That's what happened,
Absolutely.
right? However, and I'm not justifying anything here. However, this is me now. Again, when I was a boy, like you said too, these things I used to adore Ojukwu too, but now why don't they reason things differently, right? And I'll ask myself, right? These people will go by the way, nobody sent them. No Igbo person send Ifaduna and Kaduna and Zogu them to go do this thing. They did it by their own accord, their own will. They did it because they wanted to do it. They did it by these people, they are leaders. They buy Amadou Bello, by Tafawa Balewa, by whoever, all those people they buy. Just like this Ayatollah now, where they buy for this place, where where we know sit in the fight now. Do you expect when you buy person leader, the person where they see as the after God now this person, you buy the person? Would you in good conscience say don't be as in would you I don't know how to express it, but you cannot tell them how to react. You cannot tell them how to react. They will react any way that they can, right?
Yeah. So, but the thing that is that when we underrate people too, because we never knew there was. I mean, apart from the coup, there was the celebration of the coup. I think that was what really roused these people to go for the counter, not just the counter coup, the pogrom.
Yeah.
You understand? Even in Alexander Madiebo's book, in Kano, people of southeastern, they celebrated the coup. They posted they pasted the pictures of Zeku with the gun salute in their stores. You understand why they pierced the eyes of Amadou Bello? That was too much for these people to be.
Mind you, Kaduna Zogo was like a child to Amadou Bello.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you see, you did this thing, but you have expectation on how the people should react. Is that fair? Is that fair?
Okay, now, but let's be fair to Ojukwu. He was not really involved in that. If he was involved and was shielded from prosecution and was handed over the mantle of leadership of Southeastern region, we can now say, okay, there was a travesty of justice. But he just saw himself as, he just like there's a coup, the coup has failed, and then somebody came and they was trying to reorganize. Whatever problem that was, I think it was on Ironsi, was not exactly on Ojukwu. When Ironsi was taken out, Ojukwu was under immense pressure. I'm trying to, I've never been in this position. I'm not trying to see things from his own side before. But
fair enough.
For the fact that, let's just be fair to him, I think he was younger than Wazirike and Nnamdi Kanu when the position of leadership was thrusted upon him.
Yeah.
I don't think he was really, really prepared. He knew how to speak grammar, but there was more to, leading a revolution or he was not like a rebel because he was from a privileged class.
Yeah.
You understand? So now, the way and manner he acted based on that pressure was to preserve the remaining part of his people, which I can understand. You understand? So, but God spared his life. He was alive to see how fruitless, that adventure was. And he was able to come back and tell his people, even though they wanted to crucify him, we tell them that we need to recalibrate and go back to the mainstream. People like Alex Ekweme was already recalibrating and going to the mainstream. If there was no coup, they build this understanding with Shehu Shagari. Possibly, maybe Ekweme would have been a president if the thing was not. You get what I'm saying? That is a way to build back, cement the relationship. The Igbos, the eastern regions have had alliance with the north more than any other region. You understand? So that enters Uwazirike. Uwazirike had a weapon.
Before we enter Uwazirike, make I just push back a little bit on Ojukwu, right? And I hear you when you say he had a lot of pressure. That's a fair statement. We can agree that there was some pressure on him, some amount of pressure on him, right? However, and this is just my thought or my opinion, and it could be true, it could not be true. I believe that ego obviously had a lot to do there, and there was some sort of greed too in terms of him or the need for him to be a leader of a country. I think that also pushed him. I think
saw
that,
an opportunity. Yeah.
yep, I think that also motivated him even more, right? And thirdly,
Yeah.
Ojukwu knew that he couldn't win the fight against Nigeria. I'll tell you why I think he couldn't win why I think he knew he couldn't win that fight. But he insisted to go. Here is the reason, and this is on record, where Ojukwu was sitting in a room in an interview, and he said something, I'm paraphrasing here. He said something in the lines of, the Nigerian military will be surprised at what we are going to hit them with. Something in those lines. He said the Nigerian military will be surprised that the Nigerian military doesn't have enough ammunition. He started quoting, "Oh, they just bought this plane here. They have some military people here." He kind of had an inside information of what the Nigerian military had, right? And he was very confident that was not enough to not make him win this war, right? But in retrospect, when the war started, we saw children with sticks,
Conscripted, yeah.
sticks, not with guns, sticks that were carved as guns, sticks going to fight the war. So he knew obviously that he didn't have the manpower. He knew he didn't have the resources. He didn't have the ammunition, but he kept lying to people. And it even went further. When the war was active, a few years into the war, Ojukwu go still go places that, we've captured this place. Lies. He was lying to people. And people were believing him because internet no day, right? People were believing him. So Ojukwu knew. That he didn't have a chance.
I believe that sometimes wars are won with propaganda. So they were all part of it because the federal side were also doing. I believe they were also doing their propaganda. So
I don't know that the federal was using propaganda. They had the resources. They had the manpower. Even if they don't get the resources, they had the connections to go get the resources.
Yeah. So, but I'm just trying to be, I'm trying to, play devil's advocate.
Fair enough.
I don't want to say Ojukwu was 100% wrong for him to stand for his people. For him to stand for his people.
Fair enough.
Now circumstances change. There was, after the no victor, no vanquish. There was no fairness. There was no honesty on the winners, to put a level playing ground. And then Igbo still got agitated. What's the name of it? There was a glass ceiling for a lot of Igbo officers to even progress in the armed forces because they were treated with so much suspicion because of the action of 1967, 66, and 67. So people like, what's the name of the first Major General who came out from Igbo Major General? The mother was Hausa Fulani. That's how I got to that.
I don't know the person. Now go on.
Ike Nwachukwu.
Okay.
Ike Nwachukwu.
Okay.
Ike Nwachukwu. Fine, he was the most visible military officer of Igbo extraction. You understand? So, but to me, it was more like, let's get a building block. We have Ike Nwachukwu, we can get other ones until at the point we had Chief of Army Staff from so the subsequent agitation, the one carried out by
Uwazuruike. All right, I'm going to pause you again on Uwazuruike. Sorry, my brother. I know say you do this now. I'm going to pause you on now because you say things where they disagree with.
Conversation. Yeah.
All right. So you said no fairness. Do you know that even the Nigerian military, and I agree with you, there was no fairness. The Nigerian government could have done better. There's no memorial day to respect the soldiers, both on the Biafran side and on the Nigerian side. There's no memorial day to acknowledge the war. The Nigerian government wants to act like the war no even happened. So I hear you say, but they talk on one side. How about the Nigerian soldiers died too? Right?
Nigerian soldiers, do you know why the Asaba people and all those massacres, like for instance, let me even tell you personal experience. I come from Cross River State. The people from that state were scared of both the Biafran and the Nigerian soldiers. So can you imagine that kind of dilemma? You understand? There is one group that is branding you as a saboteur. There is the other group that is an army of occupation, rape, whatever thing, taking women forcefully into marriage, taking them back to the north. Parents will be trying to trace them and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of scars from the war. Everybody is fairly agitated. You understand? But you see, I might digress a little bit because there is a model from the what do you call it, the Niger Delta militants. You must have a leverage when you are trying to confront the authority. You must put something. Look at when the Strait of Hormuz. I don't want to go into details. There's a leverage. They have a leverage. It was not like a walk in the park. Look at what the so-called superpowers. You look at how the thing is going now. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So because they have a leverage, they never put that thing outside. Nobody really talked about it. If there was no, you mentioned Ayatollah. If there was nothing like that, we would not even know about the Strait of Hormuz.
Yep.
How the thing
Yep.
controls about 25% of the flow of crude oil. How that small passage has distorted the world economy.
Yep.
Biafra didn't have that leverage. Then for Ojukwu, I believe that maybe there was a blockade. What he had expected, he had like 4 countries that
Biafra did have the leverage because all the oil was in the south, but they refused to use the leverage well. They no use them well.
As at that time, what was the state of the refinery? How many refineries were built?
Not refinery, the oil itself. You don't need to produce. You can sell the oil, right?
Okay. So now,
no, you can't come in. Please mute yourself. We'll get to you in a moment.
Okay, so let me just round up. Let me fast track and go to that of Kanu is well documented. I think of all the 3, the one that has caused a setback for the Igbo nation more is that of Kanu. I know that Ojukwu led to the buying of over 3 million Igbo people. He led to dislocation, social, political, economic dislocation of a lot of families. It's a very big scar that cannot be healed overnight. But you see, the point is that he was a child of circumstance. Like I said, I was trying to see how and why. But the subsequent Wazirike was a bit matured. He's an intelligent person. I've not interacted with him before, but his methods were aggressive. He started the sit at home. It was a strong weapon because sit at home was like a Strait of Hormuz. He was able to tell on the economy. You understand? But when this other guy came, he didn't have any other leverage. He now embarked on a continuous sit at home, which was hurting the southeastern people, not just was hurting the southeastern people. And he was stubborn. He knew how he hijacked this movement from another person, and he now made it about himself. So he didn't want to put structure where people could tell him, oh, we can go this route, we can go this route. He became supreme and all that. Yeah. So of all the 3, I might want to work with the first 2 and say, okay, Ojukwu, for instance, his chief of army staff was a Niger Delta man. The secretary to the Eastern government was Enyuakban, a historian from Akwa Ibom. And then the second in command was Colonel Philip Effiong. So you could see there was some level of consultation, there was a level of team building, and even though the minorities will keep saying, hey, we are not respected, we are not consulted and all that, nobody's going to say, let's clap for him, he did well here. So I think because history is documented by the winners, there is no credit given to Ojukwu at all, especially because people lost life. The guy was a brilliant officer, he was put under pressure, he did what he did, rightly or wrongly. You understand? Those who are supposed to learn from there are the people I should hold responsible. It's not him. You understand? I hold Wazirike and Nnamdi Kanu responsible for not fine-tuning that part to bring out an engagement. And then Igbo leaders, because we have people like Edwin Clark who were whispering to the Niger Delta, man, you are doing too much. But this guy and these guys, you are burning your goodwill. By the time you continue, they are going to do this. If they call for talks, you have to put some of your arms down. Let's go and talk. I'm going to be in front for you. You understand? At the end of the day, Jonathan became a vice president. Jonathan was just one docile guy who was deputy governor, became governor because of the death of the governor. He was not in a political equation in the southeast or south. But in order to placate those people, you understand, they just had to find a way of making vice president. Then, what do you call it? Then Locke smiled on him, he became a president. Now, the South is within. Do you know one guy called Mike Okiro? Mike Okiro is an Igbo man who now claim he was from Rivers State. because being from River State gave me advantage to be made Inspector General of Police, all in the name to placate those people, because they knew that they had a leverage. They just wanted to make them happy, slow them down, and then make it look as if they're talking to them, addressing them.
Yep,
So
fair
now,
enough. Mr. Jimmy, if you want to round up so that
Ndigbo doesn't mean that
we'll go there fair
they
with the
don't have a
time on
leverage.
other
We do
people,
have-
yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, what did we learn? As a matter of fact, we learned a lot and we learned nothing, because we've seen the disadvantages. We have seen the advantages of standing up, protesting. We've seen what we suffered. The next set of approach should have been a bit more diplomatic. Could be direct. We go one way and then we pull back. Then build a network across. Join all political parties. Don't get one political party. This is not 1956,
Yep.
where you have to have one regional party. No, join one party, join all the parties, then have players in all the sectors. Look at Atiku's son, join APC. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? He's a chieftain of one new coalition. You just put so there's nothing wrong. He's not a sellout. Now, if somebody go to play politics with the other side, we are trying to hold him by the neck. He's a sellout. No, it doesn't. If we do like that, we are not going to, we've not learned anything.
Absolutely.
With that, I think I want to yield. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother, Mr. Jamie. But let me just comment on, before we move forward, let me comment on the joining every political party as we can, right? It definitely, I agree with you. It's a good thing. However, these are our Igbo brothers, like Obi Kubana, obviously, the ones where they pull by the neck now, and Chief Priest. The way they enter them is the way that is just annoying. They kind of use it to kind of make it even insulting. For instance, Chief Priest, he enter, say, I want to enter to go and bring Nnamdi Kanu out. Who send you that work? If you want to join APC. Nobody, they beat you. You're a grown man. You can make decisions for yourself. You don't have to say, I want to. Who send you to go bring Nnamdi Kanu out? Mind you, his place, where that man from? ESN, IPOB don't have Asia place. And you want to go and bring out the person that made your village that way. Then the second one, Obi Kubana. You go the other day for Enugu, they talk, Igbo people lack knowledge. Because you join APC now, every other person now no get sense again. So these are just the things, right? These are just the issues. Personally, I don't have a problem. The freedom of joining, I be freedom of representation, I be freedom of
Association.
Freedom of association. You can associate with whoever you want to associate with. That's nobody's problem. But it's the way and manner that they are doing it that is the problem, in my opinion. But anyway, thank you. And with that, make we move to Amarachi. Thank you so much, Mr. Jemmy. And Amarachi, welcome. Amarachi, not there. My sister Amarachi, Bla, she know they're available now. Amarachi, not there.
Yeah, can you let somebody speak before me? Yeah?
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. Let's go to Ancestor. I don't know. Do you have any comments you want to make, or before we move forward? Because I know I see you are next here. Do you have any comments you want to make before we move forward, Mr. Ancestor?
Okay. I have few.
All right.
Many. I don't know if you can contain all my.
Let's start with one. Let's start with one comment, and then we see if we can take more. But we need to respect other people's time so that we'll go move on fast. Yeah.
So I don't know how many you give me.
I know they give you a minute. Just go ahead. Let me go figure out if it is long or short. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The saga in Africa, talking less of Nigeria, is that we all have been curriculumed by the system. You see, what is going on in Nigeria, I think is never all of us fault, but Igbo figure it quickly. That is why we are the people to be blamed. Understand?
All of us fought what? All of us fought what?
No, the Igbos are to be blamed because the Igbos are the people that figure out the really problem that is against us.
Okay, what is that problem? What did we figure out? What did we figure out?
The problem is external, because there is an agenda. The ruling empire in the world people that owns your central bank, people that owns your media, they decide for us. They create what they want us. They want them. They
So
want themselves to
what
earn.
did Igbo people
And
figure out? What did Igbo people figure out?
the Igbo people are they figure out that the system is not the way the Chukwuka Abema created them to be. That is
Okay,
why they are rebelling.
how is the system supposed to be?
The system are being figured to control, divide and rule. The system of Zionists, the people, the ruling empire in the world.
All right, I think we've had this same exact conversation. I thought you had a new insight, but we don't talk about this one before.
Okay. We're talking about Nigeria. Nigeria by ourselves, we are all good people. But
right.
the system that
Mr. Ancestor, 1 second. One second, so that we not go bore the guests, right? The guests where they hear, they want to hear a conversation that is geared towards what did we learn as Ndigbo from Ojuku to Wazurike to Kano. Make we no bore the guests, right?
Okay, the system is still going on because we are foot soldiers. We are all coming to rebel against our right living. Once we are living, we have our full 100% of living, not divided by ruling us. Understand? The Igbos can never endure. Other people can endure the system they gave them to abide on. But
do you know that some people would say it's not the enduring, it's competition. Some people might argue and say, not be endurance, not competition. Nigeria has been made. 1 second. Nigeria has been 1 second. 1 second. Nigeria has been formed the way that you don't be. You have to compete to win.
Who formed it?
It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter who formed it. But what I'm trying to push back on your thoughts, on your opinion of.
Now go through. Go.
Mr. Ancestor. 1 second. Make we stay on track. Make we not deal all over the place. I'm trying to push back on your thoughts where you say Igbos don't want to be. I forget the exact word you use now. But the point here is some other people might argue that it's competition. Igbo people no one. Some people might argue, and me, I still have that opinion as well, that it's competition. Nigeria don't be the way it don't be. If you want to get to the top, you have to compete and win. You have to win the system, beat the system to win. Igbo people no one compete. Igbo people won't go where not only them, or you get few other people where they go to Mebola. So you know, see, I'm like that.
No. You see, the Igbos fight for others, but the other people envy them. Just jealousies. They never hate us, but only jealous. Why must we?
All right.
The system is that the game, the ruling empire knows, because what we are fighting in Nigeria is never our neighbor's problem. It's the empire's chaos.
All right.
Proxy they create on us to fight ourselves.
All right, Mr. Ancestor, I'm honestly trying to bring this conversation back to the topic because that is why we have 100 people here. The 100 people here, I don't think they want to. If it's in a system where they talk, I don't know whether they'll be interested in that. But they are here because they.
They're all the lawn. They're out of the lawn.
All right, I go mute you for the moment.
Killing ourselves. Why? The main problem is external.
All right.
Our problem is external.
All right, there we go. All right, and thank you so much for the people that are here. But I'm being very respectful to you guys because I really appreciate you guys joining. But the point here is the people that are here, they join here because of this topic. They don't want to talk about systems today. No, I'm not talking about systems today. I don't know if they're interested in the systems talk, but I'm sure that they're interested in this topic. And I make them come. So let's keep it to the topic and not waste anybody's time. But I appreciate you, Mr. Ancestors. But in the meantime, make we salute the people we don't do here. Mr. Ifeanyi Ekemeze from Facebook, he says, who is Chukwuka Abiyama? Ijele been done explain for us one time. Anytime Ijele they talk, they pick one or two things. Ijele na he explain for us one time. I don't know whether that's for my show or for his show, but I've heard it from him. Okike Abiyama, Chukwuka Abiyama from Aro Chukwu. This Aro something. Now the God where they use they oppress everybody that period. Maybe I don't explain it well, but now something in that line. You know, so it's that God or deity. Now from Arochukwu, that deity from. Now they can't go bring him. I don't know where they can. And this Okabia man, a very fearful deity that year. When they are Ojuku, they use them, they oppress everybody when they're around them. But anyway, that's who Chuko Kabiama is. Mr. Ifan, if you're interested to know, or you can ask Ijele. Ijele go explain them better for you. But yes, that's what Chuko Kabiama is. All right, CJ from Facebook says the guy is just wallowing in ignorance. Money spent on his education is a complete way. I don't know who they refer to. But anyway, thank you for being here. Bimpe Obish he says, who cares about you people, Mr. Ancestors? Thank you for being here, Mr. Bimpe. And make we salute the people who don't day here since on TikTok. We have Paparazzi One Day. I greet you, my brother. Amarachi is still here, but she's busy at the moment. She'll get back to us in a minute. One Choice is here. Mr. One Choice, Daniel, Elvis Duo, Honda Love, Mayor, Dakin Sam. Dakin Sam, we will get to you in a minute, in a moment. And Elvis Duo will get to you in a moment. But I appreciate you guys for being here. Mayor, Philom Q, thank you again for joining. I appreciate you. Comfy Global, Burak, Mr. Bambam, I see you, my brother. Welcome. Henry 001, Black Rock 347, Precious Aharese Adams, thank you for joining. Mr. Sean and Boyito Oga. I hope say your Oga give you 30 billion for the account. Though. Anyway, I appreciate all of you and the other beautiful people who are still there. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's get back to the show. All right, Mr. Elvis Duo, let's hear your thoughts on this topic. And welcome.
Okay, thank you. You are hearing me, right? Okay. I wanted to start from the Chuko Kabiama you said about, because
leave Chuko Kabiama for now.
Before I dive in, I have to say my opinion.
You don't have to. Mr. Elvis.
Relax. No. You can't push. You say that Chuko Kabiama mean one day.
All right. Come here, come argue the struggle mic with me. Let me bring you up. Now my show. You go respect me when I tell you to hold on. They tell me relax. Relax for what? If I want to relax, for day they sleep or they do something else. I created this show because I want to have conversation with you. They tell me I relax. Anyway, I had to drop him. So let's move forward to the next guest. Mr. Dakin Sam, please unmute yourself. Let's hear your thoughts on the topic.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you for joining.
Yeah. Back on our topic, you say, what do you learn from Ojuku, Wazirike, and the Kano agitation?
Yep.
Isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let me start from Ojuku. All of them came with different approach. Like Ojuku started with war. Understand? And after the war, Ojuku fought. That was another approach. And after the war, Igbos were ready to work with Nigerians. Because after the war, we saw how the war went, and we were ready to work with Nigerians. But as time keep on going, the result we were seeing, the way Nigeria were moving, I think Kanu came and showed the reason why we shouldn't work with Nigerians. You understand? So now Kanu came with another approach.
What is the reason?
I'm sure this is the reason why.
One second, Mr. Dickinson. What is the reason that Nnamdi Kanu showed us that we shouldn't work with Nigerians? What is that reason?
First of all, Igbos as a tribe, and those people, the other tribe, they merge us with the ideology of moving the country forward. They don't suit with us. The way they think, what they believe in is not what it doesn't match. Doesn't align with us Igbos. The way what we believe in, and if we Igbos have to be alone, I think we will move more. We move more forward than the way we are with them.
What do you believe in? What do you believe in?
Okay, let me give you for instance, like the Northerners now. The religion, their culture, everything they have to do with them doesn't align with the Igbos. And this is the reason why, this is another reason the Kanu was showing us, this is the reason why we don't have to be with these people. Because being with these people, we can never move forward in life.
One second. Just hold your thought there.
We have seen it.
One second.
We have seen it. The evidence is clear.
One second, Mr. Dickinson. Mr. Dickinson, 1 second. 1 second, Mr. Dickinson. You said the Northerners and their religion say, align with us. How does their religion impact you as an Igbo person? How does a Northerner's religion, how does it impact you as an Igbo person living in Nigeria?
My connection is poor.
Ah, shoot. Sorry. I think he's having a bad technical problem there. Mr. Dickinson, can you hear us? Mr. Dickinson, can you hear us? Mr. Dickinson, can you hear us? All right, we'll leave him on the queue for now, but make we move. Let me see if I can mute him.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
All right. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Mr. Dickinson, can you hear me?
Okay.
Mr. Dickinson, can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
So, what I was saying.
All right, 1 second.
What I was saying.
One second. No, 1 second. 1 second before you continue what you're saying.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. 1 second before you continue what you're saying, right?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you now. I'm concerned if you can hear me.
Okay, I think there's a delay, and the delay no be even 1 second delay now, like 10 seconds delay. I go drop you, Mr. Dickinson. I want you to request. Mr. Dickinson, please request. Please request so that we'll go finish this conversation. Please request. Mr. Dickin, I'm leaving a message in the chat. Hopefully he sees it. Please request Mr. Dickinson so that we can finish this conversation. Mr. Dickinson, please request if you're still there. If you can hear the sound of my voice, please request. Let's see if he has requested. He has not requested. Mr. Dickinson, can you please request? Ah, shoot, he's not requested. All right, we're going to move forward. But the question I had for him was, he said our religion and Northerners' religion no align. And I wanted to understand how the Northerners' religion, they impact them as an Igbo person living in Nigeria. So that was the question before his network started acting up. But anyway, we've lost him. Hopefully he can request and we'll continue the conversation. But anyway, Amarachi, please feel free to let me know when you're ready. I don't know if you're ready, but feel free to just jump in. Let me know when you're ready so we can put you back on the queue. Anyway, Jonathan, thank you for joining.
How are you? I greet you, bros.
I greet you, my brother. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, I see your topic here. These 3 people here. Ojukwu, Wazirika, and then Nandekal. That's their topic today.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to ask you a question now.
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria, they make Nigeria for Hausa and Yoruba. I just want to ask.
No, Nigeria is for everybody, not just Hausa, Yoruba. There is over 200 or maybe 1,000 tribes within Nigeria. I don't even know. But not be just Hausa, Yoruba. Nigeria is for everybody.
Sorry to cut you. I like the you answer me. You say no, don't make it. Yes, I like your answer now. This is the reason why these people.
1 second, Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Dickinson, I see your back. Just hold on. Make I finish this conversation with Mr. Jonathan, and then we'll come back to you. We'll get back to you in a moment. But I thank you for requesting again. Appreciate it. Anyway, Mr. Jonathan, yes, you were saying.
Yeah, I asked you a question. Say, Nigeria, they make it for 2 people, making Hausa and Yoruba. You say no.
Mm-hmm.
You answer me. Good. I love that. But you also ask yourself a question. Why all these 2 people ruling? Nothing for Igbos.
Nothing for Igbos, how?
So
nothing for Igbos, how?
Yeah, that like Igbo cannot be a president. Igbo cannot rule. Only Hausa and Yoruba.
All right. Let me ask you now. Since you don't ask me. Since you don't ask me, let me ask you.
Yes.
How does a ruler, in your own term, how does a ruler emerge in Nigeria? Can you explain? Do you know how a ruler emerges in Nigeria?
I don't want to speak a too much story about ruler or not ruler.
Yeah, you
This
see,
is
you
like
see,
three-
one
three
second.
things in Nigeria.
When you
Okay.
come, you instead of you to focus on the topic, you say you want to ask me a question. I was polite enough to answer you.
Yes, I can say a question because
One
this thing now, you
second,
just ask yourself
Mr.
question.
Jonathan. 1 second,
Okay.
Mr. Jonathan.
Okay.
I was polite
Okay.
enough to answer you, right? Even though I know they typically do, I go like make we go straight to our topic. But I was polite enough to answer you. But now I don't ask you question now from your own question. You know one answer. You say you don't want answer them. Why is that okay? Why do you think that's okay?
Not that I don't want answer. You know the right thing. You know where the reason why you're here. Let me tell you something.
All right. You see,
This
you're
is-
still
this
not
thing
answering
don't
the
make
question.
for
You're still
two
not
people.
answering the question. That is not nice.
No.
What is no?
You bring three people here. No,
All right.
you
All right.
bring three
All
to
right.
listen.
Mr. Jonathan, I go mute you because I don't want to have a shouting competition with you. I don't want to do that. We go start afresh, but I'm going to readdress you. You came up here. You saw the topic clearly. You skip past the topic. You go, they ask me a question about how many tribes they Nigeria be, whether they make Nigeria for only Yoruba and Hausa. I was polite enough to say, no, there are over 200 tribes in Nigeria. Nigeria is for everybody. Now, I ask you my own question. Do you know how, you went further to tell me about why is it that they are the only ones ruling? And now I'm asking you my own question. Do you understand how a ruler emerges in Nigeria? And you don't seem interested to answer my own question. Why is that okay? Why do you think that's okay? And you're getting upset that I'm asking you a question, but I wasn't upset when you asked me your own question. Why is that okay? I don't know if you see anything wrong with what you just did. On my show, on my own show, right? If you want to unmute yourself, we can continue having the conversation and just keep the ruler stuff and get back to the topic so that we'll not go round and round. Please unmute yourself. Let's get back to the topic and keep it moving. Mr. Jonathan, if you're here, please unmute yourself. All right, he dropped. Now, obviously, they say if you cannot stand the smoke, come out from kitchen. Because kitchen, they hot. Smoke, they for kitchen. If you cannot stand the smoke, no go where kitchen they for outside. If you can't stand the smoke, stay for kitchen. Now so it be. You know, go come here, they ask me anyhow question, and I answer you politely. Answer me your own. You know, answer me the vex. You the para for me as waiting. You come on now. I too smart to ask you question. What do you mean? What do you mean? Anyway, Mr. Dickinson, thank you for your patience. Let's get back to the conversation we were having earlier. If you want to unmute yourself,
Okay.
Mr. Dickinson. All right. So we left off.
Okay, I'm there. I'm here.
I think I wrote down what I was asking you. We left off where you said the North, their religion and our religion no align and in the cause problem. I think those were your paraphrasing, obviously. That was your line of thought. And then I said, or I asked you, how the religion of the northern people, how it take the impact you as an Igbo man where they live for Nigeria? How their religion take the affect you?
Because Islam as a religion, everybody know that Islam as a religion is a political movement. And because
that's
we
not
don't
true.
have the
That's
same
not
Islam
true, though.
in the
That's not
Southeast.
true, though. Islam, not
Calm
religion.
down.
Just
Calm
like
down. I'm still saying
just,
something.
that's not true, my
Okay,
brother.
I'm still saying something.
Yeah, I know you're still saying
Calm down.
something.
I'm still saying something.
I reserve the right to interject anytime on my show. I reserve that right. So what I'm saying is, Islam is a religion, just like Christianity is a religion. It's not you. If you want to say it's a political tool, you don't make it a fact. That's your opinion, and you're entitled to that. Islam is a religion. If you think it's a political tool, that's okay. That's your opinion. But I just wanted to push back on that.
Okay, but we have seen the evidence that Islam is a religion thinking in politics. Do you understand? Like now, if Sultan now make a statement, say, this is the person we are going for, nobody has no politician can go against it. And this is the person they are going for.
But it's the same thing. It's the same thing in Christianity, though. It's the same thing in Christianity, or let's say Catholicism. Catholic and Christian are different things. 1 second.
Christians don't have that much influence.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Like
shoot, Mr. Dickinson, let's not do this, please. It's the same thing in Christianity. We even had Peter Obi. He was talking to a pastor or reverend, saying this is a religious war or something like that, religious battle. In the 2023-2024 election, the last elections, Peter Obi made that comment. Even on Mbaka, they tell people who to vote, and then they vote them. Mbaka they tell people, they made no vote Peter Obi, Back up in the tell people who to vote. And so it happens everywhere in religion. It's just what it is. It's not unique to Islam. It everywhere. It everywhere.
Listen, I understand. Some pastors and reverends, they preach. They want their members to vote for a particular candidate. Do you understand? But if the followers don't follow those candidates, they don't see it as a bad something. But in Islam, when the followers disobey this sheikh or imams or these sultans, that they follow their own card, is a problem for them, and those people were likely to be persecuted. So it's like a must thing in Islam. That's what I'm saying. It's like a must thing in Islam.
Not necessarily, my brother.
Muslims,
not necessarily. I don't think they are prosecuted. Then they carry police follow them for back. The difference is the people for North, then they're very politically conscious. They are more conscious than every other region in Nigeria. So then they're very involved for politics. And if a cleric, a Muslim cleric, tells them to vote something, it's not unique. Adebayo, the other one, Adebayo, the other guy, the winners guy and the redeemed guy. Adeboye and Oyedepo. Then they host political figures too for their churches. So it's not, it happen everywhere. They happen across all boards, right? It happen across all boards. So you can't. It's not fair to pin it on just Muslim or Islam. I don't know if you see the point I'm making there.
Yes. But Islam on its own, Islam. You and I know what I'm saying. It's a pure truth. Islam is a political movement. Sometimes
that's your opinion.
Don't care, like the way Christians do. Christians, everybody is on their own. But Islam is like a group, like brotherhood, where everybody they are fighting for one mission. Do you understand? That's why I'm saying that these people they are easily used for political tools. Do you understand? They are easily used for. That's why if you go to North, they have much dominance.
One second, Mr. Dickinson. Just give me 1 second. Paparazzi, because when you make we finish this conversation.
No. I just wanted you to stop this guy on the spot, please. Don't let him come and spread religious bigotry.
Yeah, absolutely. And you would agree with me, sir. You would agree with me that I've been pushing.
Just stop him on the spot.
What is happening?
What is happening?
All right.
I'm just giving
fair enough, paparazzi.
Fair
enough, Mr. Paparazzi. I said paparazzi one. Fair enough, paparazzi. I go. I just wanted him to get to some spot and let me get the conversation out of there. But at least when I go agree with me, sir, it's his opinion. It's not a fact. Islam, just like every other religion, politics, they come inside. It's not unique to Islam. But Mr. Dickinson, let's bring it back to the topic, right? I know we don't delve on this Islam thing for a little while now. Let's bring it back to the topic. What did we learn? What did we learn from Ojukwu?
That's what I'm saying. Kanu came and opened our eyes, because after the war, we believe that the war didn't yield anything, and we know what we lost. Do you understand? Now Kanu came and opened our eyes and let us know that we should continue our agitation and continue our fighting, even though we have to lose. But it is what is inside the war.
So
when
if you agreed, if you just admitted that the war didn't bring anything, why is it okay to do it again?
Because if we don't do it again, we continue living the way we are living. There is no improvement.
How are you living?
Okay, can't you see the condition of Nigeria? Now, is Nigeria okay for anybody?
Okay.
Nigeria is not okay for anybody.
Okay, so if Nigeria is not okay for anybody, why is your next line of action to start waiting till they yield any result? You admitted it. You admitted that the war didn't yield anything. So if Nigeria is not working for anybody, why is your next line of action? Why is it to start something when it don't yield anything?
Okay, listen. The thing is this: the fights. Kanu is fighting is a positive fight, but the problem is there are blockage. There are blockage at front. People blocking him. They don't want him to get there. Do you understand? It doesn't mean that what he's fighting is not the right fight. But what we are considering is what is after it. the
you're
cost of it.
not
Because of it.
understanding what you're not
what we are
hearing me.
considering.
You admitted just a few seconds ago that Ojukwu started the fight and the fight did not yield anything. Abi, you don't understand what you use your mouth talk. You say this thing, I start this thing, no yield anything. Now you're still encouraging another person to continue that thing when no yield anything. Why does that make sense to you?
Because if you remain, there's something like if you are a slave. If you say I will not fight because they will kill me, you will continue to be a slave.
All right,
It is better you fight.
let me explain it for you. And this explanation now from Blessedom, Mama Sabo. Shout out to Mama Sabo. Blessedom said, if you're going to Lagos and you enter bus where they go Kaduna, if you now Lagos be place you the target to go. Now you go enter bus where they go Kaduna. And you don't reach, I don't know the route. You don't they go 2 hours, 3 hours. You don't realize, say, this road where they go now, Kaduna, they take me go. I'm never going to arrive Lagos. Why not make a U-turn? Why not make a U-turn? Why continue going to Kaduna when na Lagos you they go?
Okay.
And I'm saying this. 1 second. I'm saying this because you admitted that Ojukwu started it. It did not yield anything. So why are you continuing it if you know say you know they yield anything?
Okay. Based on the sample way, this example way you give me right now, there is no evidence that where you are going that you will not arrive there. Do you understand? The thing is this: you have not arrived there, so you are not sure whether you are going to arrive there. But there is no evidence that you are not going to arrive there.
You
mean?
will not arrive, and let me tell you the evidence that you will not arrive.
Why? Okay, what are the evidence?
The evidence is one: Ojukwu started it. We saw how the Nigerian forces took back the country. So the evidence is that if you start a war against any country, like not like external war, like you start a war and say you want to come out from country, you cannot win that war. You cannot win that war. Ojukwu has shown us that we cannot win that war. That is the evidence.
No. Ojukwu fought with his own ideology. Ojukwu didn't fight to be like Kanu. Ojukwu fought with his own ideology.
Tell me what Kanu is doing differently. Tell us what Kanu is doing differently.
Kanu is trying to tell us that even though Ojukwu fought with his own ideology, he's telling us that even if you remain in Nigeria, you will never succeed. You will continue to suffer. So it is better for you to fight your just cause and be free forever. Even if you fight the last man standing, keep on fighting. That's what it is. Because let me just give you for instance now. If you have a family land where everybody is supposed to have a share there, then a problem arose in that place. Then you say, no, I don't want to belong in this family again. Share this land and give me my own portion. Then somebody will come out and say, no, I'm not going to share it. You will fight till you die because you say nah. The
difference between this family land, and I agree with you, if now my family land, I fit die till I die for that family land. I agree with you. However, that family way they talk, it's a unit, it's a small unit inside a country. A minuscule unit. That family land will be one family inside millions of family for one country. So it's different. It's not the same. A family land is not the same as a country. The politics is different. A country like Nigeria has resources. Like Tinubu now don't go London or UK, go do strike deal with them to build port. Almost £1 billion deal, right? To come do port for Nigeria. So Tinubu has the capacity, the resources to go to any other country in this world and strike deals with them to come and make sure that family land, collect them, which is the Biafra, right? Biafra does not have that leverage. Biafra does not have that resource to go out and bring resources and say, come and help me and fight. Biafra does not have that. So you see why it's different and why you cannot win.
If you say the Biafra don't have that resources to come and fight, that one you are right. But don't say it is not their right to fight. Like they're not supposed to fight. And they will not even get it. No.
Why is it your right? Why is it your right to fight?
Because it is if integrating with you in a society doesn't suit me well, I have the right to say no. I can't be with you because I don't gain anything from being with you. Fair enough. That's the reality of life. I don't gain anything from being with you. So allow me to go. Let everybody go their way.
Fair enough.
So I don't see any problem with
that's a fair statement, right? Or fair argument, right?
Yes.
However, that is just one way. If there are multiple ways to go about this this fairness, say me and you, with the country know they work. I want it to be better. If there are 3 ways, and I can name 2 now, there could be more ways, but I can name 2. The one is the one you mentioned, to go your way, you go my way, I go your way. That's one way. I agree with you. Yes. But another way is to compete. And when I say compete, I mean politically. Like Peter Obi is doing now. Peter Obi is an Igbo man trying to be president. He is competing because he knows that, he understands that if something is bad, you go and compete and become the CEO, become the manager, so that you go become the head and then you fix that problem. Peter Obi understands that. Why don't you see that route? Why don't you see that as an option?
No, because in a country we have the problem of minorities. And when minorities are being marginalized, there's nothing you can do about it. Because even in the political movement, you have to vote before you can be elected. And when the majority, they can easily vote you out. And when they vote you out, there's nothing you can do. So the only thing you can do to save yourself is depart from them.
Okay.
Depart
do you know that this depart will cost you a lot? 1 second. Do you know that this depart, we've tried it before. 3 million people. 3 million. Some countries, like maybe not Uganda, this fucking country in the south. Namibia. Namibia is about 3 million people total of a country. Namibia. And there are some countries too that are even less than that amount. 3 million people died in Biafran war. So that's a very tough route to go. An easier route is to compete. You're not going to lose any lives. Why are you going for a route where I don't explain to you, say, Uzo are they there? Uzo to Kaduna no they there. Why are you still putting head there? What is the problem with that? Why you they try go that place where head no day?
Talking about losing or casualties, that if we continue this agitation, people will die, this will happen. That doesn't, I don't see any that it doesn't mean anything. Do you understand? Because
then go and die
war,
first. Let's know if go and die and bring your mother along. Let her die too.
All right, Joma, thank you. But make I continue this conversation with him. But I appreciate you. Make we not bring insult yet.
They apologize that conversation. Shoma is right. If you want somebody to die, go and bring your mother.
I want to have
all right, we're not gonna have a rowdy session. I go drop you. I go drop you. I don't know who is even making that comment, but I think it's AG, Mr. AG. Please, I understand you're frustrated. I understand that, but I'm trying to run a show here, so just bear with me, please. Mr. Dickinson, I want to move forward from that, right? You said there are minorities and votes will not count. You made a statement like that, right? Now, do you consider Igbo to be a minority tribe in Nigeria?
In a situation whereby the Northerners are merging up with the Yorubas because of the war, they don't believe in Igbos again. So they always team up against the Igbos. So that makes you automatically a minority.
No, we're not a minority, my brother, and this is a very crazy mindset. A majority, you're a top dog, and you're reducing yourself to be a minority. That's a crazy mindset. No. You are a majority.
Did you understand what I said?
Mr. Dickinson, hear me out. You are a majority. If you're reducing yourself to a minority, that's a victim mindset. It's false. You need to see yourself as a top dog. Don't reduce yourself. You'll be majority. But regardless, is it fair for the northern people not to want to align with you if they still hold grudge from waiting happened in the past? Is it if person do, they said once beaten, twice shy, isn't it? Nobody didn't talk. Nobody so Igbo people talk and once beaten, twice shy. Maybe they don't want to make anybody bite them again. Yes. Is that not a fair statement?
Oh yeah, wait, beer parlor.
Okay, that's the problem. That's the problem because if in the Western world, white people will easily understand that if there is a war, if after a war, do you understand, and people make peace, and then let the country move on.
Have we made peace? Have we made peace? Have we made peace?
Yes, now. But the fact that the war is over.
Come
They
on.
said the war is over. Let
Come on,
everybody
come
live
on,
together.
Mr. Dickinson.
That means we have
Mr.
made peace.
Dickinson, that is not peace. If the Nigerian government has no, I think me and Mr. Jamie we were just talking about it. The Nigerian government has not made peace. We never make peace. Nobody has made peace. This is a problem on both sides. Accountability. Nobody has held themselves accountable yet. So it's okay, it's fair for another person, not okay, but it's fair for another person to still feel a type of way until you actually show them, say you don't change. And Peter Obi is doing that. Peter Obi is actually doing that.
Okay, wait. Okay, are you trying to tell me that after the civil war, that the Nigerian government believed that we have not made peace? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
We were forcefully reintegrated. That is the kindest, most polite term that I can think of. And the Nigerian government made it seem like nothing happened by making the statement, no vanquished, no victors. There were casualties on both sides. Nigerian soldiers died. Biafran soldiers died. Even the Nigerian soldiers said, we fight the war. There was no memorial for themselves to say, oh, see, this one day, make we use and remember our brothers and sisters we fight during the Civil War. Nothing like that. So there's been no peace. It's just let's move on like nothing happened. That's the reality.
Okay, I want to ask you. So is it now fair enough that because they believe that we have not made peace, that's why they have to treat us like minorities?
Again, you see now, that victim mindset still there you. Nobody they treat you like minority. You are a majority. Let this sink in your head. You, an Igbo man, you are a majority in Nigeria. You're a majority. You are not, and I don't want to say any tribe to not offend any, for sake of not offending anybody, but you're not a minority. You are a majority in Nigeria. Why do you keep thinking you're a minority? Play like a majority, like a major player. Stop playing like a minority. Play like a major player. If Yoruba and Hausa or Fulani, they align. You align with Yoruba or align with Ijo or align with Bini or align with somebody. Why are you acting like a minority? And compete. Compete. Let the best man win.
See, you and I, the war happened about how many years ago? Let me say 60 years ago. And up to date, we are still saying the Igbos, some people, they are still saying the Igbos don't want to align, the Igbos don't want to do this, the Igbos don't want to do this. So if you look at that thing, if you look at it critically and look at it very well, you see that we, the Igbos, we never, it will be very difficult for us to for one day to say you are now aligning with these people. With this
your mindset.
Happen. So this is why we're supposed to be alone.
We're not supposed to be alone. Being alone is cowardice, in my opinion. You reach somewhere, you see say the score now over 100. Instead of you to try reach 90 or 80, you say, now this test, I'm not going to do this test. I go create my own test. Make I score my own test over 50 or over 10. That's failure. That's cowardice. Compete. Now your fellow men, they compete. Yoruba man, na man. Hausa man, na man. Fulani man, na man. Now what prick they get?
Competition
Go
is
and
when
compete.
you're acceptable now. When they don't accept you, how do you compete?
All right, my brother.
When they don't accept you, how do you compete?
Well, at this point, we don't go in circles, but I appreciate you for coming back and having the conversation. But we need to move on at this point. I appreciate you. All right, thank you, Mr. Dickinson. Make we move forward. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Choma. I know say you get something to say. Let us hear what you have to say. I had to drop in because I don't want to make 12 now.
Apologies for disrupting your
no
room,
wala.
There are just certain things it's ridiculous at this point because it's almost like saying those who died, they should just accept themselves. Let me be very clear. Anybody who died after 1970 died for nothing. You do not die for Biafra because there's no Biafra that exists. It's just its credibility for idiots to come. And I'm not saying this, I know this is your state, and I'm saying this with all due disrespect, okay? I do not disrespect people who don't deserve to be disrespected, because if people were spoken to this way, we will not have the level of bingoism we have in our culture today. And I think we have passed the Rubicon of being pleasant. I'm not going to hold anybody's hands. Right now, there is no tribe that is going to wait for Igbo people to catch up. Okay. The reason why you feel like a minority in a group that you are a major group is because of the generational opium that is in your family. That is a family problem. Okay. You need to look into your lineage. That has nothing to do with us. You're not going to tell me that somebody like Dame Adora, who is heading Zenith Bank, who is an Igbo woman, is going to follow you and disrupt Nigeria to go and be in Biafra. That woman and your mother, they are the same age. There's nothing that she's doing in Nigeria that your mother could not do if she put her effort into it. Okay, this idea of us being victims and being slaves and being, it's absolutely ridiculous. And that is why internationally nobody would ever take Igbo people seriously, and that is why they always run to all this Christian persecution nonsense, because there is nobody in the world that believes that Igbo people are slaves in Nigeria, because it is not true. In the 5 Igbo states, in the Southeast states, every single state is governed by an Igbo person. There has not been any time in history that any Southeast states did not receive allocations as at when due. So this imaginary minority feel that you feel, it is a family problem. Oshina Bruno. Okay, if God is not helping you with it, and the family members, it might be generational. There is something about transferring this level of trauma to tell somebody who is in a major group, you are Wazobia. You want the evidence? The evidence is that unlike other tribes who stay in their regions, Igbo people are scattered all over Nigeria. For somebody who feels like a slave, you would have sat your dumb ass in the Southeast then. But no, we are fighting for within. If you believe in Biafra so much, sacrifice your family, create a camp in your father's compound. Obune Kuru, these people like this, if we spoke to these people like this, like they were the bingos, and man none at this situation where thousands of people died. And let me be very clear, Kachi, there will not be enough consequences. Even if we lock up Kano for 1,000 years, it will not be enough. Why? Because people like this come on stage and forward. We should be living in a world in 2026 that people like that should not be able to come on any stage and feel. Now, this thing, be a human being to think that in I say, what kind of war do you think you're going to win? Kanu is a school dropout. Ojukwu was an Oxford graduate. Okay, the caliber of physicists and doctors that existed in 1967, Biafra was still not possible. If you try to fight for Biafra in 24 hours, they will eradicate every single breathing living thing in the Southeast. And most of you fucking charlatans will be all over the Southeast. Now I hide the garden at pit latrines. And you come on stages and you get so emboldened. As what happens in a war. Do you know what war is? South Sudan fought for 3 decades. Eritrea fought for 20-something years to come out of Ethiopia. Civil war. Civil war is baby just the tip. Unu techa bleaching cream. Unu have been at this stage. Now I come back to. It's man to man that you guys can have these conversations. But let me tell you something. This is why I have no respect for many Igbo politicians, because for the things that they should have done, if they acted on time, we will not have gotten to this stage where why are we talking about this thing like we're telling a bingo to consider the truth? No, like the world is not going to stop for Ndigbo. For the past 26 years, we wasted our own time. We cannot hold Nigeria responsible for that. And if you do not know what happens after a war or during a war, you better go watch what is happening within around the world. The world does not stop because the US and Iraq or Iran are fighting. I'm American and I'm in America, and the only thing is going to affect is our gas, but we'll just keep living. There were thousands of Kwashoko children dying in the southeast of Nigeria around 1967, and the world simply did not give a fuck. So if you think somehow you're deluded enough to think because you can send $200 on Western Union, I got block every single medium that you can use to transfer money into Nigeria. What you people don't know what sovereign nation is. You think the UN will be there? Nah, I say, and the most they can do is bring Caritas and they will bring milk and be giving it to you in feeding bottles. You think war is Kano does not even have an idea what it would take to build a war. If he's telling you that he's raising 8 million to buy a helicopter. I don't care what you think Nigeria is, but you cannot fight the Nigerian army and win. Let me be very clear. Because wars are not between one country and another. You will have to fight Nigeria and you will have to fight all of the allies. And there is nothing in the Southeast that any other country in the world wants that it cannot get through Nigeria. Is it the gas in Imo State? If he wants the gas tomorrow, it will be arranged for. It doesn't need any of the charlatans in Imo, Bush baby, Nebuchadnezzar, Chineke ga-abụ. What do you think you can control? The oil that Nigeria runs on, do you control it? Do you run it? You couldn't even organize yourself to even bunker the oil in Imo State. Why is an absolute necessary thing? With the negativity there. It breaks my soul. Because it would be okay if this was not happening in our lifetime. If we woke up one day and I go this thing, like the war that happened in 1967, we read about it, but this one happened in our lifetime. That thousands of people were displaced in their communities in the Southeast in real time, in Osu, in Lilu. Nde mmadụ ekere ka esi ke mụ na gị ka ị bịa ha na-asị m why is that na asasara ya kpago bani n'ime ọhịa ga-anọ ọnụ dị agha now. There is no war going on anywhere in the Southeast. The only war that we felt was the one that was imploded from within. Because charlatans never do wells. We must destroy Ndigbo. And even if you thought Biafra was going to come, would you have to set the Southeast on fire for the Biafra to come and kill Igbo people? Nigeria kept moving on. Other tribes kept moving on. I talked about the investment scheme that the Odua, Yoruba, the 5 state the state governments of Yoruba land, how much they have invested into that lot since 1975. They use it to invest in financial organizations. They use it to invest in banks. They own 10% ownership right now in FCMB. And then the North now banded together with it's also going to get half an A banded together now. If you're talking about in our own Nigeria, if you do not protect your economic advantages with political power, the rest of the world will move on. 2027 will happen. There will be somebody in Aso Rock. 2031 will still happen. Somebody will be in Aso Rock. And the more you distance yourself from participation, and the more you distance yourself by trying to ostracize us, or only on a stage, they go on a stage in represent with my IQ teen and can multiply and can by 100 or my brain. What do you know that you can tell somebody like me to tell me to destroy him, Bise, na Anambra, na Imo State because of Biafra? Kano needs to free himself from Sokoto prison. If he cannot free himself, then he cannot give anybody freedom. And I'm done.
Thank you, Choma. People from Facebook, they don't even see your name. They hear you. Be like your voice not signature. You need to trademark your voice.
Okay, people, can I talk?
No,
Can I
please,
talk?
and please stop interrupting, Mr. Adekunle. I don't drop you before. You keep. I don't know. You don't realize why I dropped you first time. Please stop doing it.
No,
please.
But, okay, but no, I'm not interrupting anyway. Can I say?
All right. Yeah, the third person to please stop in the say, but can you imagine this bullshit? Please stop interrupting you. They tell me, boy, I'm not interrupting. Can you imagine? Come on now, be respectful. Make una try to respectful. What did they happen? I tell you, you they interrupt. You still they tell me come on now. Yeah, you think every other person here no get within they want to say. Choma is a co-host. Amarachi is a co-host. Paparazzi is a co-host. Mr. Jamie is a co-host. Now why did they come up and skip the queue? Well, yeah, maybe you're new to the show, but please, if the host tells you, please wait. Please wait. If I come your own show, you tell me, please wait. You know, go like make I wait. Will you be okay if I continue talking when I say please wait? Come on now. Let's be respectful, please. Choma is a co-host. And then they hail out all the way from Facebook. If I hear Kemezie says, Choma Choma Amarilis. Oh my, make I not spoil your name. Make I not spoil your name. And the jailer, there's have you talked to Umuozu. Thank you, Mr. Ifeanyi. Thank you. Abangwa. Abangwa said, download. They are shouting you out all the way from Facebook. They know they see your name, but they hear your voice. And they're excited. And the TikTok people. And they see, wow, intelligent woman present. Send her rose. Now rose, they like. You there, they do intelligent. Send her rose. Simon Templar, thank you for sending her roses. You know this, Simon? Simon sent me 2 roses. 2 roses. He sent 17 gift Choma. Send Choma rose. Send Choma rose. No, they do this thing. Send Choma rose. No, they tell her about the intelligence. Rose you want. Anyway, listen, man. Listen. Amarachi, are you ready? I see you are muted.
Yeah. Yes, good morning from
all
this side.
All right. Thank you, Amarachi. And for the people on the show, and I know Amarachi don't do here before now. Anyway, even if she wasn't here, she could still skip the queue if I wanted to. But thank you for joining, Amarachi.
Yeah, Choma, thank you for giving it to him. I was literally want to punch something when that guy is speaking, but it's unfortunate. The truth is that Ndigbo si na nwata log ha egburu ha egbu ọ chụkwa na ọgụ dị mma. About million son. I can boldly tell you that ọgụ Biafra egburu ya egbu. Ama m na aghọta egburu ọgụ Biafra egbu. Because tell me why you are telling all great Biafran, fight on, your spirit, blah, blah, blah. This his speech, our brother Ojukwu. Then when he was busy hiding from each bunker to another bunker, and this way we are looking for him, and he was hiding. And after some time, he chickened out. Yiri Brezi Wafu, this Ojukwu, and people died. And they was, eburu 3 million people, eburu 3 million people, ebucha 3 million people. And you know, pounds, after 50-something years, I be 40-something. Is that 30-something years? What's his name? What this
Raf Wazurike.
Raf stood up again, and when Raf stood up, the same person who said I regretted the war, I will let another one don't happen, encourage him to do that because Ojukwu was much strong when Raf rose up. Had Ojukwu called him as a father, sit him down, talk to him, shout at him, tell him to go and rest, Nnamdi Kanu wouldn't have it easy. Because if you check the whole thing, Ojukwu also brought Nnamdi Kanu in the light line. If you check the history between both of them. So had Ojukwu shown him, don't tell him to sit down, Nnamdi Kanu wouldn't have been here today. But what happened? Nnamdi Kanu is here. Nnamdi Kanu is worse than Ojukwu. I mean, Raf. He has caused so many damage. Our leaders who are taking money from Nigerian government, who are in the Senate of Nigeria, who are in the rep of Nigeria, who takes money from Nigerian government, keep quiet over it. And somebody wants the North to come and tell you, please now, stop this war now. Make we sit down now, make we be one now. What is it? If you want to destroy yourself, you can destroy yourself. It is your business. It is as far as you in one week you see Nnamdi and his school, they don't have the power to even go to Imo State. They no fit. They no fit. Even if they get all of them together. All of.
All right.
So if you want to destroy yourself, you destroy yourself. And if you destroy yourself.
Yeah, sorry about that. TikTok, I don't know what's going on with my internet.
If you destroy yourself, then you turn back to say, Nigerian government, they did this, they did us that. Nobody did you anything. You did yourself. You should take the blame. And the time has come when we begin to blame the North, blame the Yorubas. Because they are more intelligent than you. They are more smarter than you. That is why they are lying. They know that if you want to get power, if you want to develop our region, we have to get into power. And they have to align. I say, right? If you didn't align with others, you can never be Nigerian president. Nobody, these people that call themselves the minority, our brother came here to call us the minority. Biabolo, as far as Jigawa, Nigeria, Ndigbo no dia. Hey, when association, as far as Jigawa, even this Sokoto that their prison, their leader is. Do you know that Igbo people have hall in Sokoto? Hall in Sokoto, in somebody's land. You can imagine. And this person will turn back to say, oh, they are doing me this. Oh, Harry Makananya. Oh, Harry Makananti. It's very painful for me. And Biabolo, you see the other guy that come here to spit nonsense. See, let me tell you, you see Ojukwu, he fought for his selfishness, he didn't fight for Ndigbo because he said that that they killed people and put them in the train and brought them back to the east. But the people he killed while fighting is more than those people. 3 million plus how many thousand? How does that make sense? Ojukwu, what's his name? Wazirike came on board. He was also doing monetary something. He just enriching himself. Ojukwu, Wazirike left. Nnamdi Kanu came up. He was also doing the same. Look at what's going on in their camp. And somebody is saying in DAS, we stand. DAS said, did you open IPOP with Nnamdi? That's his business. It is private business. Forget the Biafra thing that was because you are a foolish idiot. That's why you couldn't imagine that somebody established association. You joined. There is no election in that association. There is no cabinet in that association. You think you're going to overthrow him? That's a lie. Nnamdi Kanu has the right to disband that association. He has the full right. It's his association. It's his own. In fact, you call him supreme leader. You don't know what supreme leader means? You don't know what it is? Oh, go and ask what supreme leader is. Just go and ask. Or you can do and make the research yourself. So nobody should come and paint Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria. No, Nigeria didn't. We've not. Kachi, the truth is that, you see, Ndigbo. Ndigbo, hide. And that hide keep on drawing us back and destroying our reputation. If you know why our leaders are not speaking out, because they want India to be busy talking about Biafra. Why they loot? Look at what's his name now? The one that wears dot in a circle. T-shirt. He doesn't have any. He doesn't have a project in his constituency. But the person that is representing 2 local governments in his constituency has project more than him. Go and check. Ginger has project more than Abaribe. It's unfortunate. And Ndibai turn back to cry. Oh, just like Choma said, when anybody na Southeast Bonye Yoruba, Mobonya Hausa, Mobonya Fulani, it's still your brothers. You don't want to hold your brothers accountable, but you want to be on TikTok fighting any other tribe. Or did they tell you not to go and align with others to be president? You think you can be, when you take yourself out of the line, then you turn back to say they didn't give me. Then you turn back to say they didn't give me. It's not possible. As for our brother, Chief Priest, I heard when you said that Chief Priest went to say he want to be in the senatorial. He knows that that's what they want to hear. When your child always want to hear caprison,
Yeah.
they want to hear That is why he is using that strategy. Do not. That is, he knows it. He knows Habu Mumu. He knows they are foolish. He knows what they want to hear is their supreme leader. So he must use the name to get to where he is. Abaribe used the name to get where he is today. And Abaribe will still be in power.
Absolutely. I'm actually, if you want to round up for now, so that we'll go through the list. You don't reach my bedtime, so that I go end the live for today. But if you want to just round up, so that we'll go through the guests. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm rounding up. Like I always say, onye mana aso ya so n'ikwe. You only have the capacity to cry from now to next to 20 years. You do not have the capacity to to divide Nigeria. It is not in your power. My leaders are still in Imo State. If I want them, now them go. Not be me. I am still a child to go and tell Nigerian government that we want to. I have people in the Senate. They are the one that should talk about it. And if there is we want to go to war, you have nothing to negotiate with. You have nothing to negotiate in the Southeast. So the better you join now, if you don't beat them, join them. The better you join politics now, the better for you. The better for you. Anytime Nigeria say they want restructure, everybody go sit down because the Nigeria itself does not evolve all around Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. They have much more what is it called? Tribes in Nigeria. It's not all about this all the time. We want to, if you go to social space, no, they make noise pass. So thank you, my brother. God bless you.
Thank you, Amarachi. Thank you so much. All right, let's and yeah, if you can't beat them, you join them. Now so it be. Because this idea of we might not, how are you? The Nigerian government, they hate us so much, but they still say we be majority. They hate us so much. They say we be majority. You now, you use your own mouth, they talk, say you be minority. No be juju be that. No be juju be that. Anyway, listen, man. Make a shout out to people. We are going to be ending soon, but we're going to go through the list here on the guest list before we end. But in the meantime, make a shout out to people who will get here. We have Mr. Bambam. Mr. Bambam, thank you for joining again. Paparazzi one, I greet you. One choice, Dr. Kizito, D. Kizito, Amarachi, thank you so much. Big Tether, Prince KK Solomon, will get to you in a moment. Comfy Global, Henry 001, Miracle, Bone, Twins Cool Guy, Ifeanyi Boys, I see you're requesting. But I want time don't they reach where I go sleep. Make I just bring you up. Anyway, we'll go through this list and then go from there. But anyway, Ola Chick, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, my sister. Miracle, Bone, Twins Cool Guy. Please mute yourself. If you just joined, you'll mute yourself. Please. Anyway, Odogu Don 99, Mascot, Amaha Global, Don Kelvin, Vodis Copy, we'll get to you in a moment. And the other beautiful people were there here and for Facebook as well. I'm not seeing a lot of traction on YouTube, but hopefully you guys can hear my voice from I don't know that I get for you page for YouTube. But anyway, thank you guys for watching regardless. But all right, let's get back to the show. Mr. Ijinle, thank you for joining. If you want to unmute yourself, please.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Are you Igbo?
I'm not Igbo.
All right, this one is exclusive Igbo conversation. So,
okay.
Yeah, we can
have. Stop down.
Yeah, thank you.
Before I go down, just let me give a shout to Amarachi and Madam Choma.
All right.
Let me see that one. I salute you, ladies. I salute you. I remember when Madam Amarachi came on TikTok. It's a change. Our political view have transformed. I'm so impressed. So impressed. Brilliantly.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chuma. Oh, go ahead.
Madam Chuma, I'm following you on Facebook as well. I like your political thought. That article you wrote, I commented under it. I like your position. Thank you. I will come down. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Ijinle. Thank you so much. Make you send them roses. Women, they like rose. Send a Marachi rose. Send Choma rose. Choma don't drop, but I don't know. I think you can still send that rose. I don't know how this thing works. But anyway, send them roses. Then they like rose. Send them roses. Anyway, let's get back to the queue here. Mr. Prince KK Solomon, thank you for joining. Ndewo, my brother.
I greet you. So just something na poprom nji batawa sikam kwoku now because I'm going to use Igbo place.
Yeah, our audience they diverse, as you can see. The guy we just dropped now, Yoruba guy. Our audience is diverse. Hear me out. Our audience is diverse. That's one. And they too would want to be involved in the conversation. They are here. 200 people now. They're here because they like the conversation. So
It's okay because it's very shameful.
Mr. Prince KK, I'm talking. You know, just cut me off. Say it's okay. Come on now.
Sorry.
All right. And the second point I'm trying to make is, me too. I know they're fluent for Igbo. So even if I say make we do them, I know they're very fluent. So for those two reasons, we'll go use English. If you want, I think they also have seen people say, yeah, I like the way you're transitioning from Igbo to English. So I think they appreciate that, but let's stick it to mostly English for the most part.
Okay, thank you. Because it's so It's so shameful. The brother you argue with before, it's so shameful. There are some words involving hatred, tribalism. That is why I feel like using Igbo because I'm very ashamed having such Igbo brother, you know. So I want to reiterate or explain more or go deeper. Look at a brother like that, a bingo like that.
All right, 1 second, Mr. Prince. Mr. Prince, 1 second. I appreciate you wanting to push back on that brother, right? But he's gone now. I think most people, are on your side on that one. And now why Choma come out to come cause him. But let's move forward from that. Let's talk about the topic again. Now why these 200 people, 190 people now they here? I think they want to hear about our thoughts on this topic, what we have learned so far from Ojukwu to Azurike to Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay, because like Amarachi already touched some of my points. Now on the topic, Ojukwu made a mistake. He regretted. Owazurike from nowhere, 1999, surfaced with this same cause. As he went in, Owazurike now like dodge when he found out that what he's doing is not right. I'm so annoyed about this same Owazurike of raising this particular cause again, 1999. From there, this last criminal, Nnamdi Kanu, rise again, brainwashing people with this IPOB of a thing. Till today, look at where we found ourselves, destroying our own land. This is the solution we need today, to rearrange our land, to correct this mistake. Look at it, even the IPOB members, they are so ashamed today as we speak. You can imagine they found the club, the video of Nnamdi Kanu in a Kenya club where he used to embezzle their money. As we speak now, the video is out with two girls grooving. They're playing flavor in a big class. If you see this club, K91 Nairobi, if you Google that club, you can imagine a baba like this. A baba that used to eat a mama put before. Chukwuemena Yeze. Embezzling people. They are so ashamed as we speak today. IPOBs. I still see somebody coming here mentioning his name while we try to correct all these mistakes. Yeah? As we are speaking now, they are calling us Sabo. People will not understand. People will think like Igbo hate themselves. We love ourselves. We are fighting evil. We cannot fold our hands and watching these charlatans destroying our land. Then who did not understand will think like Beer Palo is talking against. No. We can't fold our hands and be watching these charlatans, so-called IPO bingos. I'm once a coordinator in IPOB. I'm not just talking. I'm once IPOB, a repentant fool. To God be the glory for giving me the ability of reason.
This is the first time I'm having someone who's repentant. I think I've had Ikenga on the show. Ikenga is another person too.
I have shown up before, yes.
Okay.
Then, what I'm preaching for many months or many years back, they are now observing it today. I told them, my people, my brothers, please, those in the bush, you people should withdraw, please. That no way, no road. What's that? You people should withdraw from this evil. We can't destroy our fatherland in the name of so-called agitation, scam, Biafra. Scam. This is scam. Just look at it. Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, two guys playing favor. Yeah? Luxury. He used to use a private jet to Kenya every time. Private jet. Only him. You can imagine that. The receipts, everything, video is out. Yeah. So, I'm very, very ashamed. I'm very, very ashamed.
there's nothing
We
to be
need to
ashamed
preach
about.
the gospel for them to hear the truth.
Absolutely. And
You know?
Mr. Prince, there's nothing to be ashamed about. I understand your sentiment on wanting to use Igbo to reduce the amount of people because of the shame, right? There's nothing to be ashamed about. Whether we talk about it, we don't talk about it, people know. People are seeing it. It's even better that we are talking about it in public now. And people can hear that we are talking about it in public than for them to say, all these things where they happen for Igbo land or more Igbo, they don't even fit talk. Now, wow, Igbo people no get sense. So Igbo, but it's good that we are saying it and they can hear and see that we do not condone this. We do not condone this. See what's they happen for Kwara State now. Everybody in Kwara is bringing out the camera and saying, these people, they buy us, so Fulani headsmen, they buy us, so come to our help. That is what is happening in Kwara State. In our own, IPOB, they buy us. Instead of us to talk, would they give them name? Umuoma, unknown gunmen, ESN. Isn't that ridiculous? Isn't that you think people, the person they buy you, they give the person name. Umuoma, unknown gunmen. It's ridiculous. So we should be proud that we are now holding ourselves accountable and saying we made a mistake. How can we move forward? It's nothing to be ashamed about. But I appreciate you, my brother, for making that U-turn. Easy. Easy. Because for some people, just like I was giving the analogy of Mama Sabo, shout out to Blessedom. Blessedom say, you they go Kaduna. You don't see say na Lagos you they go. But you don't they go Kaduna. Why not turn back? Why you still they go Kaduna? Road no day to that from Kaduna to Lagos. Turn back and go to Lagos. You insist to they go Kaduna. So there's no shame in that. Instead, it should be something to be commended. So I commend you, my brother, for making that U-turn. And hopefully we'll get more people to make that U-turn as well. Anyway, thank you so much, Mr. Prince. Make we move forward to the next guest here.
Thank you. All right.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Don Kelvin, thank you for joining. Make you unmute yourself. Let us hear your thoughts on this topic.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Yeah, first of all, I want to ask if this channel is a anti-Biafra channel.
It is. Like vehement. Look the definition of vehement. Vehemently opposed to Biafra. Vehemently opposed to Biafra. But that being the case, let's get to the topic. And are you Igbo, by the way?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to the topic then. What did we learn from Ojukwu to Uwazurike to Kano? What have we learned as Igbo people?
Well, first of all, I believe there is always a reason for something. And I don't think things just happen just like that. There's always a reason for something.
Reason for what? Reason for what?
Yeah, I'm driving towards that. When our brother Ojukwu, because I get to understand that most of these people that started this Biafra thing are mainly people that have lived, or should I say that have studied abroad. Those ones that have that seriousness in them, like agitating for Biafra. They have gone out there and they have seen how the other people are living their life. And whenever they return home, they want to educate our people on how they are supposed to live freely. Because these other people that have been to the Western world, they saw how these other people are living freely. Their people are enjoying their life. So back home here, you see that our people are just living under forceful leadership. Like they see that we can do better on our own, because once upon a time we were on our own doing better before we became, they forcefully made us to be one.
Mr. Don Kelvin, tell us how we were doing better once upon a time.
Okay. Once upon a time when we were on our own, when the Western people visited us, there is something they saw Even then, they said they wrote it down in many of their books.
Sorry,
There
let
is
me
something they
cut
saw.
you. I'm sorry. I believe I'm looking at a different timeline and you're looking at a different timeline. Let me ask the question again. When was this time? When was this once upon a time that we were doing better? Before I jumped the gun. Sorry. When was this time?
Before they merged us all together to become one Nigeria. That was the time
give
I'm
us
talking
a
about.
timeline, like year-wise, maybe 19 this to 19 that, or...
Before 1960, about way back before 1960, when we used to trade, most of our trade were like oil, palm nuts, back in the days. We read our history books.
I know we read. I'm still. It's still very vague to me. So give us a timeline. You said before 1960. So
I understand that your channel is anti-Biafra. So even if I'm trying to make a point,
you're not making. I'm asking you a specific. Don Kelvin, Mr. Don Kelvin. 1 second. I'm not trying to make anything look like anything. You're the one trying to make it. You're the one making whatever feel whatever way, right? I'm asking you a specific question. Give us a timeline. You've said before 1960. I'm saying that is still very vague. Before 1960 could be 1959. So give us a specific timeline. Do you understand what I'm saying? From this time to this time, give us a timeline so that we can work with that. I'm not making anything seem like
Let me say back in the 70s. Let me even take it way back. You understand?
70 is after 60, right? It's not before. It's after 60s. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
All right, so, okay, 1970s, after the war, is that the time you're talking about?
No, before the war.
They confuse me. I mean, they tire. Now only 2 hours what I don't do here, and I never tire like that. 1970 was after the war.
Before the war.
The war started in 1960. The war started in 1967, ended in 1970. So 70s is after war. Am I mad? Am I mistaken? Make help me out. Am I mistaken?
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So
get where I'm driving at.
I want you, before you drive there, I want us to make let's make an argument, a coherent argument. Make we not just a talk because we want talk. You said once upon a time, Igbo people were doing well, or Igbo people were doing well. So I'm asking you, when was that time, so that we can talk about that time? What went wrong? All that stuff. That's it. This is not a trick question. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. When we don't spend almost 5 minutes now trying to figure out the time Igbo people they do well. And I'm not saying that time doesn't exist, but I want to hear that from your mouth.
Doing well before? Is that what you're trying to say?
Okay.
Because I understand your channel is anti-Biafra.
My brother,
so if I told you before the war, before we became
one second. It doesn't matter.
You want to twist the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Mr. Don Kelvin, it doesn't matter
what. There is a reason why we were called one of the smartest people.
All right. If you cannot answer a simple question, I'm not going to have a conversation with you, unfortunately. And at time don't they go, I won't go house. They carry me, they do merry-go-rounding. I don't know if I sabi that guy. Wait that guy. Frank Donga. Frank Donga say, merry-go-rounding. You're merry-go-rounding me. Why are you merry-go-rounding me? I'm asking you a simple question. You carry me, why are you doing like that? You say, once upon a time, they ask you say before the war, you say 1970 is after the war. What are we, am I mistaken? And Amarachi confirmed that with me. 1970 is after the war, so I know I'm tired, but I'm not too that tired to not know when the war and timeline and all that good stuff. But anyway, thank you, Mr. Don Kelvin, but you don't have your facts right. And if you don't have your facts right, how can you be forming opinions? That's the problem. And that's where I wanted to drive you to. Let's talk about it. You said once upon a time. Let's talk about that time. You couldn't even figure out, you don't even know the time. I agree with you. People were doing well, but let's talk about it. I want to hear them from your mouth so that I know that you know what you're saying. And I don't want to help you out. I want you to say it by yourself so that we'll talk about, so that I know that you know what you're saying. It's that simple. It's not a trick question. Anyway, and Amarachi, thank you for clarifying me that I never decrease, I beg. Anyway, thank you for joining. Let us, if you want to unmute yourself, please, let us hear your thoughts on this topic.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning. I greet you.
My name is Ifeanyi Raphael Nwabueze. Anambra State.
We don't need any more personal information. Your name, we already see your name. We don't need any personal information.
I know this is anti-Biafra
All right, it doesn't matter, my brother. That's a known fact. Everybody, you get one ET, we carry my face, put somewhere. One second. Now you first. You know, one goes straight to the point. They tell us your name, your papa name, and all that. We don't want to talk about all that. You come now.
To be
all right,
to
Mr. Ifeanyi. Wait 1 second. Let me reintroduce you. Welcome to the show, Mr. Ifeanyi. What do you think about this topic?
And what I think is this: anybody that says I was not there when Ojukwu started, I read it in books, histories. They told me as stories. When Uwazurike came up, I think I had a little memory of what he did, but he was not strong enough. Then Nnamdi Kanu came. Firstly, around 2014, I had this opportunity writing him on Facebook. You know,
help me there and just hold your thoughts on Nnamdi Kanu and writing him on Facebook. Just help me and hold that thought, right? You said you read about what Ojukwu did and you heard stories and all that good stuff. Tell us what.
Because I was not born.
Tell us, absolutely, I wasn't born either. Tell us what you heard and what stories you were told.
What I heard was what exactly led to the war.
Okay.
The Igbos are being marginalized. We are not being given opportunities.
Do you realize that Igbo people? Do you realize that during the time of Ojukwu, before the war and all that, Igbo people held a lot of positions in the civil service, military, everything. So where is that marginalization coming from?
What position to be precise?
I mean, I can Google it and start listing it out for you, but there was no sign of marginalization in the time.
There were peanuts. There were peanuts considering to what the caliphate, what the Britain wants the caliphate to get hold on.
All right. What did the caliphate? What positions did the caliphate hold that the Igbos did not hold?
Now, and it's happening now. It's happening now. Did you know that the Igbos have never ruled this country?
Yes, I know that. But however, Nnamdi, one second, Mr. Ifeanyi. 1 second, Mr. Ifeanyi. Mr. Ifeanyi, 1 second. All right.
I'm hearing you.
Let us not be making so many arguments. Let's make one argument.
Because you guys are anti-Biafra.
Mr. Ifeanyi, it doesn't matter what I am. You're here to have the conversation. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It matters.
It doesn't matter what I am. Whether I be woman, I be man, I be APC, I be PDP. I'm giving you an opportunity to have a conversation. Let us have the conversation without you going back to what I believe in. Forget, I ask you whether you be pro-Biafra. I didn't ask you because it doesn't matter. Let us have this. All right.
Till I die.
Good for you. But let us have this conversation, right? We hold them one by one. You say Igbos, they marginalized during, you were told that Igbos were marginalized. I'm disagreeing with you.
Till today.
Okay. I'm disagreeing with you, and I'm telling you that Igbos held significant positions in Nigeria at the time. But you disagree, saying a lie, say that the caliphate now hold the most positions. Tell me which positions where the caliphate hold, where Igbo people no hold.
To start with, they have never been given any real power. They gave us substandard power.
What is the substandard? What's the substandard power they gave us?
Let's start from Nnamdi Azikiwe. The highest position Igbo man held was his position in this country. I don't want to be calling names, but you know the truth.
Okay, I agree with you. Nnamdi Azikiwe was the president one time. You might argue that it was ceremonial, but he was the president at one point.
He was a president. Nnamdi Azikiwe was never a president.
He was they say executive president or whatever, but he was a president. It's in history.
Okay, you should know. I don't want to call him because I'm bitterly angry with you people right now.
Are you angry with the fact? Are you angry with me for saying the fact? Which one are you angry with?
Let's come to where I know, like the time of Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody that is
one second, Ifeanyi. Mr. Ifeanyi,
I'm hearing you.
before we come to Nnamdi Kanu, I've been telling you make we break there. Make we hold that one first. Let us talk about Nnamdi Azikiwe and the marginalization of the Igbos in the 60s and the 50s. Let us talk about that. What is your argument on Ndi Igbo being marginalized in the 50s and 60s that made Ojukwu to start a war? What is your argument on that?
My argument was this: the contract between Nigeria and Biafra was already over. Time to make Biafra be independent. They refused.
What contract?
The contract was this: we were never Nigerians. We were never from Nigeria. The Northern Protectorate whatsoever, they brought it together, and it was done by the British just to loot this part of the nation.
Okay, fair enough. But what contract? What contract did you say expired? What is the contract?
The contract was that they will be in charge for a certain amount of years.
Is this contract public? So if you read them, me and you. I mean, only you don't. Where you read this contract? Is it public?
It is public.
So how can I find this contract so that I go put them for screen?
You one.
Huh?
Did you know why Shell keep being the head of oil?
No, before we go to Shell, I'm still on the contract. Where can I find the contract so that every other the 200 people they here now go see the contract? Where is the contract?
I will send it to you.
If it's public, tell me where I can go and find it. Public means internet, like it's open to everybody. That's what I mean by
contract between Nigeria government and Biafra. You will see it. Are you that dumb? You're learned now, bro. It's everywhere. It's not hidden anymore.
All right, I get conversation with small pikin. They ask me, am I that dumb? Go and ask your grandfather. Idiot. You're saying things that are incoherent, and I'm trying to. I'm humanizing you. I'm humanizing you by asking you simple questions. The day here they make a fool of yourself. They ask me, are you that dumb? Go and ask your grandfather. Fucking idiot. Anyway, Mr. Nwachukwu, we go clap hand for Mr. Nwachukwu. Oh, special guest of honor. Special guest of honor, Mr. Nwachukwu. All right, we're going to grab popcorn.
Good morning.
Good morning. I greet you, Mr. Nwachukwu.
How you doing?
I did fine, my brother. Nothing much. How you doing? Thank you for coming back.
Okay, not bad. I've been listening to you. You know, this is what I know you for. So I was surprised that day you're talking about what has Tinubu done. Because you don't really discuss about that.
I do. I guess you've not seen me in a while. I have range. I have a range of things I talk about. Tomorrow if it be P2B, tomorrow if it be Tinubu, tomorrow if it be Mark Okoye. I don't know if you know Mark Okoye. So I have a range of things that I talk about. But yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
Okay, all right. Well done. Okay, based on your topic, I don't support buying of people. Okay. But if there is any reason, let's leave issue of Biafra. Let me not call the Biafra name here. No. If there is anything that you decide, there are countries in this world who decided to say no. They cannot continue the way they used to live because of what? They travel far. They traveled. They went to school. They have seen how other countries develop and how their citizens enjoy life. They decided to come back to their own country and said, no, we can't continue like this as a people. We must do something. It's never a bad idea.
I agree with you, my brother. I agree with you, Mr. Nwachukwu. 1 second, Mr. Nwachukwu. Is that not the reason why we have governors?
Yes.
So if we have, if all Eastern states get governor, get senator, so why are we not holding these people accountable? Why are we worried about getting a country? Why are we worried about separating, getting your... Why are we worried about that? You have a governor. Shout out to Alex Oti. I go do monologue on Alex Oti. Shout out to Alex Oti. Alex Oti is showing us what governance can look like in Nigeria. So is that not why we have governors?
But aside that, do you think that normally, when you look at Nigeria, normally, leave sentiment alone, do you think living as one country will guarantee security and the kind of progress you want to see in Nigeria?
I 100% agree, because again, shout out to Alex Oti. He's showing us what governance can look like in Nigeria. Shout out to Alex Oti again. But Mr. Wachuku, make we leave that side. I know it's kind of intertwined, interrelated. Let us go straight to the topic, and we can segue back, into that conversation. What did we learn from Ojukwu to Uwazurike to Kano?
So for me now, what I will say is that you are trying to tell others that there is no need of speaking for or saying you want to leave Nigeria based on the loss of life.
No, that's not my argument. My argument is there's no, again, we are still not going back to the topic, but my argument is there's no need for requesting to leave.
Now?
My argument for saying there's no reason for wanting to leave Nigeria is this. One, we've tried it before, work. Two, we have governors in the southeast that are supposed to do these things that we want to be done. If they're not doing it, it's not the fault of Nigeria. It's not the fault of Nigeria. That's my argument.
What have you learned now? First, one for me, you are trying to tell other people by saying any person who wants to stand up and seek for Biafra, this is what the person this is what will happen to that person. Either they buy him or they jail him. That is one lesson. You understand me?
That is what I'm trying to say. And I'm not just trying to say it. It's a fact. We've seen it before. Ojukwu brought Biafra. Millions. Do you people understand what millions is? Millions of people died. Ojukwu bring Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu don't do them again. Thousands of people have died. So am I wrong for saying, yes, Biafra is kind of associated with death? Am I wrong for saying that?
You are not wrong. I'm not in support of, let's leave issue of Biafra. But what I want to say here, then I will leave people and go. What you are saying is that let us remain in Nigeria, not minding the condition of that country. You know that we are not one as a people. The whole of, leave issue of Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. We are not one as a people that make to progress. I will always say that Nigeria is like oil and water, which cannot mix together. Let's take the fact. The development we have been asking or seeking for Nigeria as a whole since 1914 to date, we are not seeing it.
Because we Nigerians, and I say this with we Nigerians, we are not ready. We Nigerians.
What do you mean?
Well, I say this because I say we are not ready because it seems like Nigerians are waiting for somebody to come fight for them, not understanding that nobody will fight for you. Nobody will fight for you. If your government is not working, it is in your hands to go there and demand what you want from government. It is in your hands. Nigerians are not ready. The one time there was a big protest in Nigeria to look into the reform of police and SARS and all that good stuff. People lost their lives, sadly, right? And that one has kind of deterred every Nigerian now from wanting to go out again and do it again. Because, again, we know one die. Well, mama are there for house, papa are there for house, I get one wife. Everybody is scared. We're not ready. If we are ready, we go demand waiting day rightfully ours. Tinubu day they carry our money, they buy bus, they write renewed hope, thousands of buses have been bought for election for next year. Thousands of buses have been bought. By money when you're supposed to use buy ambulance for hospitals, money when you're supposed to use repair hospitals, money when you're supposed to repair schools. Governors, the same thing. They are doing literally the same thing. Instead of us to hold them accountable, I use my small platform. They call these guys out. Like you saw me the other day calling Tinubu out. I use my small platform. They call these guys out. Instead of us to do the same thing. People wait for it, go streets, go protest. And we misconstrue the definition of protest. Protest does not mean you go out and, protest just means go out and stand. One man feed the protest. You don't need to cause violence. You don't need to riot. Just come out and show your displeasure. That's what protest means. But nobody wants to do it. Me, I do my small bit here. We don't need to be talking about breaking up Nigeria. It's for one, it's not even going to work. You can't even do it. It's not even going to work.
Okay, I'm happy. You are not in line with my thought. You said that nobody want to do it. Nobody want to do it. And you have not seen people who have taken it upon themselves to start something. And you are not speaking against them. In as much as I have traveled, my brother, I went to school. Before I was born, and I always tell you this, Nigeria is like, I don't know how to describe Nigeria. I don't know the country you are living in. Nigeria cannot go anywhere in 100 years to come. Why? The tribe in Nigeria are not the same. Our mentality differs.
Fair enough. Let me ask you. You say I've seen people that are trying to fight, and I'm talking bad about them. Who are those people?
No, I said you are. I'm not saying that you are talking bad. You are not saying yes. We have seen loss of life, which is not good.
Okay.
Which is not good. So,
but the question I'm asking is, you made a statement that I have seen people that are trying to fight for us, and I'm talking bad about them. I'm asking you, who are those people? Who are those people?
Ojukwu now, for example, these 3 people that you put here.
Ojukwu,
and I'm happy you said Nigerians are not serious because they don't feel like the way we feel. If you know this, I will say now, our other tribe, the way they value, the way they see development is not how Igbo people see it. That is our nature.
That is why did you say Ahoda? Did you say Ahoda?
No, I said that is how we are.
Okay, you said another tribe, right? That is why that another tribe, they have a governor. That is why that another tribe, they have a local government chairman. That's why that another tribe, they have a senator. That's why that another tribe, they have a House of Rep member. That is the reason. Because what development means to you is different from what development means to that other tribe. That is the reason. So now we in the Igbo, we have Igbo governor, we have Igbo senator, we have Igbo House of Rep, Igbo local government chairman. Why are these Igbo people at their own definition of these Igbo leaders, at their own definition of development different from you as an Igbo person?
Like my brother, we are talking about what we are saying now. The country, you are talking about all these our politicians, this and that. The system we are operating, this Nigeria of 18, the system have given them that power to loot our money, not to do anything.
Not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. The system did not give them power to loot. Now we, the people, now allow them. Now we give them that power. We embolden them. I'll tell you, for instance, Ndigbo, we keep crying Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. That is what our Igbo leaders want. They know that the more you keep crying Biafra, the more they have the leeway to steal. That is simple. Igbo leaders understand this. That the more the citizens, Igbo citizens, continue shouting Biafra, then go the thief. See, for instance, now, there's been a rumor that Obiano gifted Nnamdi Kanu and his people Prado Jeeps with citizens' money. Where is the outrage from Ndigbo? Where is the outrage from Ndigbo? That rumor, whether it's true or false, right? That rumor, whether it's true or false, where is the outrage to demand whether it is true or false? Let him at least say, na lie, I no do am. Where is the outrage? Do you see what I'm saying? But they understand that the more the citizens keep crying Biafra, they can do whatever they want.
My brother, sorry, so what you have learned now, based on your question or your topic is that one, nobody should speak about, let's leave Biafra, or nobody should speak about leaving Nigeria because of what? It may involve loss of life. Then my question to you, my brother, that place you are living and Nigeria, are you conducive? Do you like that country because of the loss of life? I'm coming, please. There are countries that went to war. Today, they are doing well. Like you said that Nigerians are not serious. Why? They they don't want to come out because of the police, this and that. That country is dying day upon day, day upon day. Because of that, you are not saying No, but in as much as I'm not talking about the Biafra issue. Let's talk about normal as people that have sense now. First, and I said, we can't develop Nigeria with this so many complex situation, tribe in Nigeria.
That is not true. That is not true. Nigeria has complex tribe. True. However, it can be developed because that complex tribe, it is not an Igbo man that is a governor in Kaduna. Na Kaduna man be governor for Kaduna. So he understands what the people need. And you said this yourself too, that we have different. Now Igbo man be governor for Igbo land. So we understand our problems. We should solve our problems.
Can I ask you, is there any problem? Is it a taboo to say, okay, I want Yoruba nation to be on it so that Yoruba people will be governed each year, each 4 years, each 10 years after a Yoruba man leave, another Yoruba person coming. Is there any problem by saying Igbo have their own nation? After Igbo man leave, another Igbo man will come.
There's no problem with that. That thing is called freedom of speech. Waiting you to talk now, it's called freedom of speech. No problem with that. But can you do it? That is the problem there. Can you do it? It's freedom of speech. But can you do it? Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Ijaw, all the tribes in Nigeria, we are Nigerians. There's nothing anybody can do about it. As a matter of fact, the Constitution doesn't even allow for you to even succeed. The Constitution doesn't allow for you to succeed. I don't know if you understand this. So what you're referring to already exists in Nigeria. In Yoruba land, now Yoruba, and I've said this like 3 times. Hopefully I won't have to say it again, otherwise it's a circle at this point. In Yoruba land, now Yoruba man be the leader. For Igbo land, now Igbo man be leader. Yoruba man no dey for Igbo land, they do governor. Igbo man no dey for... As a matter of fact, if you go Lagos now, if you find one Igbo man be councillor or something for somewhere, as a matter of fact, right? But nonetheless, the majority of the Yoruba land, now Yoruba people, they govern them. The majority of Igbo land, now Igbo people, they govern them. So what you're saying already exists in Nigeria. What is the problem? Why are we still having this problem?
My brother, like I told you, then I will end here on another person. One, you are afraid of people buying. Because of that, you decided to remain in that, what I call a primitive or that not minding that people have been buying in Nigeria. Do you know how many every day? Thousands. And there's no development, nothing. You now see people who say, okay, we can't continue like this as a people. And we go to the school to transform a society. But Nigerian people are not transforming their society.
Fair enough. Mr. Nwachukwu,
I'm coming, please. Sorry.
1 second. You hold on. You said I'm afraid of people dying, right? I think I'm someone that has, if that is my problem, then I should be somebody that they say has sympathy, has empathy for human life, right? Has regard for human life. It seems like you're not worried about people dying. Will you allow your mother to die and father and children? Hear me out. Okay, will you allow your mother, nothing will happen to you, but your mother, your father, your children, your wife, your sister, your brothers, will you allow them to die for this thing where you believe in?
Okay. Remember what you said. It's
a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question. Before you go there.
I said
the question, I will ask you the question again, Mr. Nwachukwu.
No.
You repeat, no, Mr. Nwachukwu, please. Once I make we know the struggle mic. You asked me a question, and you've repeated it a few times. Or you've made this statement a few times. That my problem is that I'm afraid of people dying. Yes, I am. I do not want my people to die. Enough has died. Enough people have died. Now I'm asking you, it seems because you're asking me, I'm assuming that you're not worried about people dying. Now I'm saying
I am.
Okay, you are.
Yeah.
So why do you keep asking me the question? Why do you keep making that statement?
Fela made a statement. Because I think he said Nigerians are afraid of buying. Fela, he said it. that we are not ready, like you are saying now. We are not ready to bring that change. And that change we have been looking for in Nigeria will lead to loss of life.
But
And you are,
in Fela's context,
yes,
Fela was not
yes.
asking anybody to go to war.
It's not war. No.
Fela was asking people to speak up.
Both in protest, no. He was telling you go there, he said it.
But that is what we are saying the same thing. Fela was not asking anybody to go to war. Fela was asking people to speak up.
No. Yes, yeah. I do not, my brother, I'm not arguing with you for people to go to war. But all I'm saying is that for a country to bring change or for people to experience change in their country, there will be casualty, which is normal thing. But what is important is, what are you people fighting for?
The casualty, it depends. The casualty depends. Casualty in terms of speaking up, government oppress you, by people and all that, it's different than you asking people to go and fight. Go and...
No.
Yes, but that is what Ojukwu did. That is what Nnamdi Kanu did.
No, listen to my own opinion.
But when you bring Fela and you're comparing, I'm assuming you're comparing with
Fela with anybody here. No. I just want to tell you why Nigeria will not make any progress.
Okay.
Fela said it. He said Nigerians are afraid. These are his words, not me.
Okay.
She go. She's coming back. So, if Nigerians cannot come out to protest, not to go and fight, so where is that change coming out from? Now, this set of people now have seen that there is no progress, and they travel, they went to school, they see how countries are developed, how this area are enjoying life. This heaven on earth, heaven in the Bible. There are people like Saudi Arabia, Oman, all those areas you go. You see how country is being developed, being run. So these three guys you put here, for me, you see, they said no. We can't continue like this as a people. They decided to come out, which me, I've grown up and went to school, I've traveled around. I've seen that being as one country, being as one entity.
All right, Mr. Wanchuku, I don't know what I'm seeing here, or my problem with you is you don't want to even hold yourself accountable. You don't even hold these people. You're all over the place. You don't want to pick a side. You're saying these people went outside country and they saw how other people are living, how they brought heaven on earth to their people. Those people, did they take their people and go and kill their people? The Saudi Arabia, the Oman you mentioned, the Qatar, did they ask their people to go and die? And then when time reached for them to pay their own, they run? Like, is that how Saudi Arabia developed?
No.
So why are you in support of these three people that have caused?
No.
Why? Okay, stop saying no, because it seems like you're in support of them. Why are you in support of these three people that have brought nothing but death to Igbo land? Why are you still in support of them?
See, I'm not in support in terms of buying of life, but I support.
But that is what they have done. You cannot separate it. You cannot say you support the idea, but you don't support. But that is what they have brought. You can't separate it. Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist today. You cannot separate him from that.
It's coming now. It's not yet time now.
It's almost time now.
Okay. So, my brother, what I will say is this. Then I will go stop. Nigeria, you are talking about to be whatever, my brother. There is no headway.
All right.
Okay, there is no headway.
All right.
There are people in this world that brought change to their people.
All right.
You know that if Nigeria is people that are raising well, this thing should not be an issue. What the president or the governor should do, call these governors and everybody together and said, no, can we continue like this as one nation?
My brother, that is not a topic for discussion. Nobody is going to do that for you. Nobody is going to do that for you. Nobody is going to. What you should be doing is holding your leaders accountable. Alex Oti is an example of what leadership can look like in Nigeria. Not these people. These people are criminals. Ojukwu, criminal. Uwazurike, criminal. This one, criminal. That's what they are. These people should not be examples to Igbo youth. We shouldn't look up to these people or celebrate these people because what they've brought is death, chaos in Igbo land. In Igbo land, not even in Nigeria at large. In Igbo land, death, chaos, disruption. Anyway, Mr. Wachuku, I don't know, man, but we're going to need to move the conversation forward, and we're getting to the end of the show anyway. But I appreciate you for joining still. Appreciate you. Make we move forward.
Thank you.
All right. And, you know, when I go wonder why I continue to push, they try to persuade, I'm not necessarily talking to him. I'm talking to somebody in the chat. There's over 232 people here. I'm talking to somebody in the chat. I'm not necessarily talking to Mr. Wachuku. He might have made up his mind, but this is a teaching moment for people to sit down and think. There's somebody in the chat that is not typing anything. He or she is just sitting there listening, forming opinions. It's just what it is. Some people ask, why they waste your energy? Why? It's not him. It's that person I'm talking to in the chat. Who is here listening? Who has had a different opinion on what the war is? Who Ojukwu is? Who Nnamdi Kanu is? They are listening. 200 people are here. 230 people are here listening. And so far, 4,000 people have come here today. They are listening. People are listening. Facebook own data. I know they see Facebook own data. So we can assume that we can safely say 5,000 people have come here today and watch this live. Those are the people we are talking to. Mr. Wachuku has made up his mind. All other people, they've made up their mind. But we are using them as a tool to converse with them and have that conversation. And the people who are listening, it go touch them. Those are our target. Those are our target. Because it blows my mind how you're telling somebody that Nnamdi Kanu has caused people to die. And you're saying, I'm not in support of killing. But that is what this person is. You cannot remove that killing from him. He caused thousands of people to die. He taught thousands of people to lose their property, their businesses. You cannot remove it from him. You cannot separate it. Same thing with Ojukwu. Millions of people died because of him. Anyway, Paparazzi One, thank you for coming, my brother. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I got you. Thank you so much. I think you're teaching me how to be more patient, but I'm very patient with the bingos. Firstly, I would like you to take our time to do a monologue on the first point you gave on things we have learned, because touched issues from a different
On what?
perspective.
On what? Let me write that down.
You know, like you did mention the economy when earlier on, if you could go back to the program when it ends, when you made your submission on things we have learned.
I see.
That place struck me so deep because I never saw it coming. That was so much a brilliant submission. So let me keep to the prompt.
Appreciate
What
that.
I have learned is lies, propaganda, unchallenged, has ruined the Southeast. And I'll keep it short because of the want of time. And it's very late for me here, but I said I wouldn't go back to bed until this program ends. Secondly, most of them, they are very poor with history. First, Aguiyi, who happens to be an Abia man, like, from President Abia State. He's been the head of states. After the 66 coup, he was the next military head of states. And I put it at that. So, an Igbo person has ruled Nigeria that will suit their ego in when we talk about the military administration, no matter how short-lived it was, because the whole problem when Nigeria started going back was started in 1966. That's what I understood it. Now, the person that sold him Zik as a ceremonial president is Semojuku. Zik is more than a ceremonial president. If there are laws as at then passed, without Zik appending his signature, it doesn't become law. So you can't describe such person as a ceremonial. His signature makes a whole lot of difference. But most of them, they've not gone back to understand how Ojuku boxed the Southeast as a den into a corner. And rather than see Ojukwu as a hero, I would ask myself personally, Colonel Philip Effiong is the hero of all time. Because the minute Ojukwu vamoosed or ran away in January 1970, I think either 12th or so, Colonel Philip Effiong went on Radio Biafra to announce that the war has ended. That was the most bravest thing. And this is what Ojukwu has been advised over time. That he passed Decree 41. Apart from Arize Ifajun, there are other Southeasterners this guy unalived for simply advising him. I don't want to mention Banjo because I've said this to these so-called Biafra riffraff. They need to know history and know that history is brutal. There are aspects of history open up, you open up wounds that people are trying to heal from. I'm not saying this to patronize any ethnic group or to throw my own tribal on the bus. But for the much I've personally researched, the history doesn't favor us. And I wish they could understand that and tread carefully. Most of them will say pogrom. Pogrom wasn't the reason. You see, the whole state creation started with Agri-Yorusi. I think Decree 33. Yes, they were back and forth. Abore happened, back and forth. This is my personal, analogy. I think Gowan looked how he can cut Ojukwu to size. 27th of May, 1967, Gowan created 12 states. And the Eastern region, 2 states were created out of it. That means Ojukwu, you are no longer in charge of the Eastern region. Has anyone thought about it? States were created 27th of May, 1967, 30th of May, Ojukwu declared Biafra. Now, let me shift back a little bit in history. 1966 February, Jasper Isaac Adakaboro declared the Niger Delta Republic, trying to secede from Nigeria. Let me make this fact clear. As at then, the Niger Delta Republic he declared was part of Eastern region, which is part of Nigeria at large. Everybody knows what the consequences were then. Aguiyi ordered police action. I think that battle lasted for 11 or 12 days. Ezekadakabo was arrested, tried, and sentenced for buying. It was the coup of July 1967 that Gowon came and granted him pardon. Now, if that all these things happened what under military era, not civilian. If in 1966 February, Isaac Adakaburu and 11 others declared Niger Delta Republic, the Nigerian state did not accept it. Who was the military head of state then? Aguiyi Ironsi. They fought back, pushed them back, got them arrested, tried, and brought them back to Nigeria. Why would Ojukwu do the same 30th of May, 1960, and expect Gowon government to give him flowers? He's going to face some consequences. It was a mutiny, and he never wanted to face the consequences. Now, I know we don't have much time in our hands. The Nigerian government did not fire any shots till July of 1967. In that window, let everyone go home. There are so many archive videos, it might not be long. Watch the videos before the war, how Ojukwu was bragging about everything, saying that the Nigerian government has an ill-equipped battalion, they have this, they have that. There were negotiations. If 1966, as the Kadaboro did the same thing and they pushed back, the Nigerian government tried to broker peace for 2 months. Remember, he declared it 30th of May. No shot was fired till July. They have to recapture it. So that is it, and Nsukka and Enugu fell 11 days within it. The only thing is that most of them rely so much on the garbage they're being fed by someone else. It's like when you're in school, you don't just wake up every morning and go to lecture and want to absorb whatever the lecturer tells you. But if you develop the habit of reading and researching, you will even begin to like challenge the lecturer respectfully. So these guys, they blurred their minds. All they got was from Radio Biafra and the garbage in and the kind of spills and everything. Now, let me come back to the ending point I want to make. Nnamdi Kanu, I would forgive Ojukwu because it never happened in my time. I'll stick with what I said, and that's been my, standpoint. Nnamdi Kanu told them everything bad Nigeria was doing to them. Now I ask them this question: what are those examples? He did none. He just anti-system, anti-government, anti-people, anti-Igbo. He did not build with his IPOB a single classroom anywhere. I'm not even talking about smart school. They did not teach them any form of skill acquisition center, not about civic education, not about political participation. The best I saw they did was to teach them how to handle 47, how to build IEDs, how to destabilize our region. That is it. So, he simply took the situation from bad to worse. If this guy, you people so much, this brings us too much terrorists. He didn't even teach them how to become fabricators or nothing to better their life. My brother, I don't want my little man for him to wake up because I can hear someone is coming. So I'll just say thank you so much for all you're doing, and we'll keep pushing back. All I'm
Absolutely.
saying, most of them need to study history, study for knowing they can't gaslight Nigeria. They don't have the war chest. And something they fail to understand in a proper conventional WAR, there are strategies you put in place. They don't have that strategy. They don't have the espionage. You can't spy on Nigeria. I think most of them, they are short of history. They don't know the role women play in war. They should stop it. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Paparazzi One. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Make una go study history. And just like Paparazzi said, history no favor us. So tread carefully. History no favor Ndigbo. Tread carefully. And this thing when they say, they touch me sometimes. You get some side of Igbo history where I won't talk, but I go say, nah, catch you to do. No, he be Igbo man, he doesn't make, but it's history. It's history. It's history. You get part of it, bro. Most of the history for Nigeria no favor us. We need to tread carefully. That is just a summary of all this bullshit. Anyway, Paparazzi One, thank you so much. Amarachi, do you have a final thought on this topic before we greet everybody with day here and end the show for today? And I see there's a few people still requesting, but unfortunately we can't bring any new person up at this point because I plan to do 2 hours today, but we are at 3 hours 10 minutes right now, so we are about ending. But Amarachi One, if you have a final thought, so that we can end the show, and hopefully tomorrow or next tomorrow we'll go do this show again. All right, maybe Amarachi is not there. So in the meantime, make I salute the people we don't day here. So far, we've had one choice. Paparazzi One, we have Amarachi still here. Make una check her out. She they host shows like this as well. So please feel free to check her out. We have Comfy Global. Thank you for joining. 5M, $5 million. Owu Prince, Prince K, Solomon. Thank you so much, my brother, for joining today. I appreciate you, and thank you for making that U-turn because it's not easy. It's hard. A lot of people have invested a lot into IPOB, and it's hard for them to make that U-turn. But now, man, you be for taking accountability and saying, nah, this place where they go, road no day, make I turn back. Shout out to you, Mr. Prince KK Solomon. Shout out to you. Dikizito, Bone, Odogu GA, Blessed Man, Unparalleled, Michael Igwe, Jubril Al Sudani, Igwe Paki the King, Kazola, Femi Elewa, The Bright Path, TikTok username Bahod, Radio Real Estate. Radio Real Estate. Make gonna check her out. She dey sell real estate. Make gonna check her out. Philom Q, thank you for joining again. I appreciate you. Don 99 SP Don, Mr. Nigeria, thank you for joining again, my brother. Thank you for joining again, Mr. Nigeria. Ishikotebu, Obaya, Imo Moses, Fidel, Livingstone, Nora Locks Hair. Check out Nora Locks Hair in the sale here as well. Thank you for joining again, my brother. Oyegun, and by the way, if you haven't followed me, this is a good time to follow me. Click the plus or follow button at the top over here and click the follow button. Anyway, Nora Locks Hair, check them out in the sale here. Master Sean, Oye Ogun, Ejike Ezenwa, Bonky Benny, Paris, Tokyo, Panta 7, Fruitful. We have official Terry K, Oriomi, Backup, Big Yinka, my brother, thank you for joining again. Eme Young, Omokuti, Fred, K-Style, John Connor. We have Bob, Andy Young, Sarato, and we have Abangwa on Facebook, Abdul Maxi, Seka Usman on Facebook. We have Moral Truths on Facebook. We have Abdul Maxi on Facebook. Ifeanyi Ekemezie, Ifeanyi Noli, and all the beautiful Noli Ifeanyi, Frank Okoli. Who else is here on Facebook? Thank you guys for joining, man. Now they make this show complete. Without you guys, there is no show, as we all know, right? Without you guys, there is no show. So I really appreciate you guys for joining. If you haven't followed me, this is a good time to follow. Follow Amarachi, follow Paparazzi. And tomorrow, I don't know if I'll have the time, but maybe if I have time sometime next week. I see this is an interesting topic. I think we're going to host this show again sometime during the week. Otherwise, if another idea come my head on a different, because this monologue, also check it out on YouTube. I made a monologue on this topic, so please feel free to check it out. And it's on Facebook, it's on Facebook, it's on TikTok, it's on YouTube. Feel free to check it out. And if I have a different opinion, thoughts, I go make a new monologue. But until then, I'll see you guys and peace. Peace. All right, and thank you guys for the guys who don't gift me today. Owu Prince, Edo, thank you for the gifts. It is well, thank you for the gifts. Amaral, One Choice, thank you for the gifts. Ekwensu thank you for the gifts. Amarachi, thank you for the gifts. Who else sent me gifts? Twin School Guy, thank you for the gifts. Simon Templar, Fruitful, Wangele, thank you so much, you guys will show me love today on the gift side. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna know vex. They get how the thing they set up. I need to see the gifts when they enter because they did somewhere else. I need to see them. But I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.